I was 12 years old when I learned my first scripture, John 3:16. Tim Tebow led the charge, OT in Denver, but it was heard throughout the walls of the Sistine. Millie's watching him up on a stage, and everybody looked it up. I like to think the good he did with all the fame, and I wanted to join the club. See, it wasn't about the Super Bowl and all the spoils, but the messages it sent. He spread the word to foreign soils. People who never felt love for the first time. I'm hoping maybe I could do that through little songs and stupid rhymes. I watch my friends get married. They're making beautiful baby girls. They're buying homes, creating life, changing the world. And I can't help but think that I am not enough. Like, when's that happening to me? I can't be seen, I can't be loved. But then it hits me. Proverbs 14:30. Envy causes problems, kills your peace and turns you dirty. So I could only focus on developing myself. Like, there's a reason for these cries. I stop the lies and offer help. I work with cards that I am dealt. I share these stories, mental wealth. When you embrace all your mistakes and bear your cross, pain kills itself. Like, there's a reason for your trials. There's a reason for your passions. There's a reason why you learn the consequence of all your actions. You do not know right now, but later you'll understand that he put you through those things so you become a better man, and you'll be thankful. I'm so thankful, but I can't lie. I struggle with faith sometimes, and I ask why. I question his work some nights. I try to look up when I feel stuck. I try to look up, and I put my faith in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cuestacast. How's everybody doing out there? It is Wednesday, May 27, 2026. May is winding down quickly. It's pretty crazy. It's coming on that fast. This is episode number 10. Dave, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm actually doing very well. I'm excited for this show that we have right on the docket here because there's a lot of things that I'm intrigued to talk about that we're going to be talking about.
A lot has happened in a week.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. I feel like we get to typically, like, from week to week, it's not like as crazy. A lot has happened this week, and it's like we could have went so many different ways with today's show, and it could have been jam-packed, but we're going to have fun either way. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. YouTube X, Facebook, Kick, Rumble. Make sure you smash that like button, follow, subscribe, do all of that good stuff if you have not already. And if you're not following us, at Cuestacast _, that's where you can follow us on all the socials, keep track. I am awful with the socials. Like, to be quite honest, I have no idea why you would follow us, because I don't post shit on any of them. Like, if we ever make any money here, we need to hire someone for social media yesterday. It is not great, but you can still follow us there. You can get the updates on when the show is live, or click the notifications for YouTube. Do something like that. We would appreciate that. But last week, we had a good time. We had the chance to talk to Lumpy Potato. He is one of the biggest gaming ambassadors on Rumble, really pushing Rumble hard and doing some really cool things there. He was a fun dude, driven dude. He has his app that he started, or the website Loot Layer, which helps individuals making their YouTube tabs, thumbnails. So really good dude, seems to just want to help and make Rumble succeed. So if you're interested in starting a career on Rumble, DM Lumpy Potato. He's someone that if you have the drive, it looks like he's a guy that wants to help you get there. So 100% go back and listen to that. But this week, we are ready to have a fun show with you. This is another one of our guests that technically is coming to the show for the first time for Cuestacast, but she was a guest back on the Alex Cuesta show. Let's bring her in. She is Olivia Dasovic. She is the community manager for Timcast Media Group. And if you're lucky, you'll catch her a few times on Pop Culture Crisis. What's going on, Olivia?
Hey, yeah, happy to be here. It's end of my day, so I'm doing good. Had a great day, productive day. So
that's always good. And for those keeping score at home, I know the title also says Little Platoon. He might be popping on at some point, but we don't know. But he may be coming in. So if he does come in, we'll always be happy to have him. But we have Olivia, and I'm happy with Olivia because Olivia's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So, so what have you been up to? So last time we spoke, we had a really fun stream. Dave wasn't here, unfortunately, but we had a great time because the Elijah Schaefer stuff was going
Yeah.
batshit. So what have you been up to in that interim months that we have not chatted?
Yes. So I officially got hired on at Timcast. I am the community manager, as you said, which means I handle the Timcast Discord server. I manage a server of, 10, depending on the day, 10, 20,000 people.
Oh, that's it?
Crazy. That's it. It's crazy. It's hectic. I'm the sole admin that runs pretty much everything in our community. So if I keep looking at my phone, that's because I am trying to make sure that they're behaving themselves tonight. But I also help on PCC. I help with merchandise, and I also am the producer for the Green Room at
There you
Timcast.
go. And you were on Timcast IRL the other day too, so you're getting your appearances there as well, which is always awesome. Get to rub elbows. Obviously the beanie is back now.
Yeah.
Tape Brown holding it down. I'd honestly, it's there's always like the fluctuation of people. You have your few permanents that really hang around, and Tate has been one of the awesome additions that have come in, and he aligns really well. He's a very strong Christian conservative, so he gives that good viewpoint to kind of balance out Tim's fence sitting and Ian's insanity. So just Ian being Ian. But no, it's awesome. I'm excited that you agreed to come back on. I know you're a busy woman, and you've just gotten more and more busy. So thank you. I see Nate out there. Santos, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for popping in. So I want to start because, we go from drama with creators that I talked to you about last time to drama with creators that we're talking about this time. So the one, the only Hasan Piker, who, for those that don't know, he is a champagne socialist. He is Cenk Uyghur's nephew, never had to work for a damn thing. And he loves to go rant and rave for hours on end every day, mind you. This dude daily goes on and just talks about complaining about capitalism, who has made him ridiculously wealthy. He famously went to Cuba over the last year and did some awesome fluff pieces out. Great Cuba is. That was a part of his tour of going to shitholes like China and Cuba and trying to make them look better. And because he went to Cuba and he came home, he is now being investigated by the Department of Justice to see whether or not he was conspiring against the United States. So, Olivia, how closely have you followed what's going on with Hasan?
So I've been following this story particularly pretty closely. The most exposure I have to Hasan outside of the viral clips of him being dumb is also the only other thing I really know about the guy is that he shocks his dog, allegedly shocks his dog. Allegedly. Poor Kaya. I think that's
I wouldn't even say allegedly. I think
Free Kaya.
He does. Sweet Kaya is adorable. And so I know he has a really cute dog that he doesn't treat well and that he is a champagne socialist. He has never worked for anything in his life. That's pretty much what I know about the guy. And he went to Cuba.
Yeah.
In China. He went to China too, right?
He did go to China and he got the red carpet rolled out for both. Yeah, I won't be surprised if he goes to Moscow next. Like if he goes to Moscow and just gets that rolled out for him, even though people like to claim they're not communists anymore, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But Dave, what have you been paying attention to with Hasan?
I actually haven't been very on top of this. I've been in the periphery of this and just seeing a little bit, but people talking about him possibly getting arrested is always a good thing for me.
Yes.
That's always a good thing for me. If he's not going to get punished by Twitch, I'm fine with him getting punished by the judicial system instead.
That would be great. And I will say the most that I follow with Hasan is because of Craig on Side Scrollers. Side Scrollers, whenever Hasan says or does something fucking stupid, Craig, Blabs, Phoenix, they bring it in and they make sure that they talk about him. So thank you, Craig, for keeping me up to date on Hasan Piker and famously his feud with Asmongold, right? Because you have Hasan, who is the big lefty, and I guess Asmongold's on the right now. Like he's saying more basic. Asmongold's not on the right. Like we are in such a weird place where
he's just the Roach King. That's what he is.
He's the Roach King. He's logical, but hey, every time he gets banned, he comes back and something gets cleaned up. So it's like he got his teeth fixed. He cleaned his house. So maybe he needs to get banned again. And he might like wash his clothes. Like who knows? But Asmongold, like they have such a feud going on, and obviously Hasan has like a boner for Asmongold because he just always monitors everything that is going on with him, and it's just such a weird case. So, Olivia, we know the system. Do we think anything's going to happen to Hasan Piker?
So the hopeful part of me says like, yes, something could happen to him. The kind of doomerist part of me is like, will it actually, or is this one of those things where, for example, like we got, we saw a couple arrests, a couple indictments after the Epstein stuff, but then nothing ever happened after that. So is this just because really it's a subpoena, right? It's not like a warrant for his arrest. It's not
Investigations,
anything like that. Like they're investigating if he did anything wrong. I wasn't in Cuba. I could not tell you if he did anything wrong. I think being sympathetic to any communist regime is a big red flag, especially if you're not an American, because I think he was technically born in America, but his loyalties lie in other countries, as he has stated.
And if he's not Cuban or Chinese, right? Like I get it if he has like Cuban descendants or Chinese descendants, and he's like, hey, I want to go and, at least stick up for my homeland a little bit. Like he has none of that.
Right. Like, and he went to party with a bunch of other champagne socialists, right? And so the way I look at it is Cuba's aesthetics, as far as like the 60s cars and stuff, I understand the appeal of that because I think, that would probably look kind of cool. It kind of look like you're stepping back in time, but it's because they're communists. It's because they can't modernize, not just because we haven't let them, because we haven't, because why would we? But they have had tendencies that have meant that they won't develop, right? Communism basically yields to like development just gets screwed. It never grows. Your country will never grow if you have communism. If you're not actively growing your economic system, you're never going to grow as a people. So do I see the appeal and the aesthetic side of things? Yes. Would I ever go? Probably not. No. Can't say I would enjoy going to a communist country.
I guarantee their government has all the great stuff, and like the rich people, like I guarantee they have like super fast internet and all the modernized shit.
Well, that hotel was nice.
Yeah, the hotel was like a 5-star. It was like a really nice freaking hotel that they stayed at. Dave, do you think anything's going to come of this?
Unfortunately, I don't. Well, unfortunately, on the aspect of him actually going to prison, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out some more about how this money is coming into certain people in certain groups, which would be nice. But to be quite honest, just him consistently getting stained by these things for more and more A-logs to come up and consistently follow him and make more fun of him, because he could be a legendary lolcow, to be quite honest with you. So I really do think that as long as these things keep stacking up, it's going to be great. I mean, to be quite honest, because I follow some people who A-log others, and one of them has been A-logging Hasan recently, and he said, like, look, it's really bad because there's so much dead air.
More Pegasus is a great Hasan A-log.
I am not following More Pegasus. I need to. Thank you, Nate. But there's so much dead air in Hasan streams that it's apparently awful to listen to.
Him and Jeremy, they share the dead air.
Well, that's the thing. There's most lolcows do this. They have dead air all over the phone.
Is that what we need to do, though? Can we get noticed by the casino for just doing a whole show of nothing? Like, Olivia, you're not allowed to talk anymore.
I'm definitely not doing that, because then it's just boring as hell. I'll be bored. I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
But I'm just hoping that more and more people can just make fun of him. Just keep bringing up him shocking his dog. Like, it just drives him up a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Oh, he hates it.
Mm-hmm. See, for me, what I want them to find something minute and just charge him for it and just force him to go through the process of going to court and appeal it and make him keep going back. Because I don't think they're going to get him for jail unless he was truly in some vile shit, right? Like if he's truly in some real stuff with pushing money around and things and conspiring against the US, throw the book at him. But if they find something minor, charge him, make him go to court, make him spend money, make him keep going, because that's what they did during the 4 years of Biden to a lot of Trump people and even people just on the satellite, even people are just like Republicans. They were charging anybody within that satellite that they could charge with anything, even if they knew they weren't going to get them. And what did they do? You look at General Flynn. General Flynn went into bankruptcy because all they did was they kept on bringing him back, and they made sure. And here's the thing too, though. And here's where conservatives and the DOJ needs to be smart. Charge them somewhere where they know they're going to get a conservative judge, so that the conservative judge won't actually do anything. We'll just go, okay, I heard, let's set this back to this date. Make him come back. Okay, we've heard, let's go back to this date. We need to take a little more. Do this like 4, 5, 6 times. Make him have to keep coming back. Make the process the punishment. Hasan Piker deserves it more than anybody on the friggin' planet to make the process the punishment at a minimum. And then maybe he could truly complain about our justice system and our capitalist crap. Okay, then you went through it. Then maybe you can whine about it. But for me, unless he did something vile, and this is kind of with everyone, right? Like, I don't want to put Hasan in prison for a year because then you make him a martyr. Like, it doesn't do anything. He's just going to go. He's going to enjoy his boy love. And, he's definitely the bottom. He's a power bottom. We know that about him, even though his body's so weird. Like, he's shaped like Johnny Bravo in so many ways. Like, he has a big upper and then nothing. Or he's kind of like the Beardo memes. Oh, God. Sorry, Beardo. Hasan is the Beardo memes with the big body and then the little legs. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's what I want. I want the punishment to be the process because I don't think they're going to get him on anything real.
Yeah, I think watching him kind of shake, right? And him being like unsteady on camera and being like, oh man, like, you messed up, you did something you shouldn't. And so you're getting a little antsy, you're getting a little bit, nervous on stage. And I'm glad to finally see fear put into him in a way that he has tried to put it into other people by saying that, these conservatives to go to jail. They should all just,
the blood of our enemies needs to run in the streets. He said some fucked up shit.
Yes, he said some really bad stuff. And so I really think that, watch it. I can't say I don't enjoy it a little bit. I guess like the bad side of me, because I always try to be very loving, very understanding.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying your enemies getting it brought to them. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
And it's like compared to the things that he has said he wishes upon conservatives, it's just like watching him get nervous on stream and shake and actually be scared, realizing that he can't go run around and do whatever he wants without getting in trouble. Actions have consequences. And he's always the one preaching, hey, conservatives, hey, conservatards, like, your actions have consequences. Well, guess what? You on the other foot, Hasan. Same thing for you. Your actions will have consequences. You knew. He even said, I almost didn't go on this trip. I already canceled it once because I was nervous about the repercussions. So you went when Trump wasn't off. Like, that was that. Why wouldn't, if you went when Biden was in office, you would have never been arrested. You would have been fine. Why would you go when Trump's in office?
Maybe look more of like a resistance type thing,
Yeah.
He's lame as hell. But and the thing is too, it's like I'm not going to defend the guy like him. Like, there was like so many people, like even on the left, that like say Bill Maher, right? Bill Maher goes to Cuba. Bill Maher comes home. As long as he didn't do anything nefarious, I don't want to see Bill Maher go through it, because I liked Bill Maher before he started saying some very base stuff, right? Before he started pushing back against the crazy leftists and calling out wokeism and all this. Bill Maher, I always found, and Dave knows this, my dad is the same way. We find Bill Maher funny, even when he's making fun of conservatives. He does it in a way that at least you can laugh at it. You see the comedy there. Hasan Piker just sucks.
Well, because he's not trying to be funny. He's just trying to be mean. He's trying to be rude.
He's not even charismatic. He actually isn't charismatic, which is incredible. You would think. It shows
how retarded girls are, because how many girls are like, "Oh, I love him because he speaks well." And
I actually did want to ask Olivia, what do you think about the Ashley St. Clair subplot going on right here?
Wait, did she fuck him too?
Oh, have you not seen her on stream with him?
She was on stream with him and got him a sweatshirt that says, not the stepdad, but the dad who stepped up, or something like that.
Yes.
And now there's rumors that she slept with him because she sleeps with everything, and so
she is such a fucking gold digger. Like, oh my god,
and she is. I mean, I was never a fan of Ashley St. Clair. I was always kind of like,
funny. I'll say Ashley had some really good comedy moments.
Yeah, she did, but I was never a fan. Rubbed me the wrong way for whatever reason. Very much gave me like a grifter kind of vibe. And so I never really said anything outwardly. I was like a nobody at the time, so I didn't say anything. But now I'm like, man, I feel so vindicated, because I just had a feeling that something wasn't right there. And it turns out that all of this was just one giant grift. She infiltrated, and maybe this left-wing thing is now a grift. I don't know. I don't even know if she could tell us, honestly, show us. She could show us who she really is, and no one's going to believe her, because now she's playing both sides.
The best way you could tell if a female conservative is a grifter is if you put her in a room with a few other female conservatives, or even females on the left, and you make fun of anything about women in general, and they take the other woman's side. That's how you could tell. If it's a general conservative belief that should be shared in general, and that woman then all of a sudden starts defending the other woman, you know for a fact she's not a conservative. She's not whatever the fuck she claims. Like, you are just like, you could say what you want about Pearl Davis. I think Pearl's a retard and a lot of things and wrong, but at least she sticks to her guns. She can't debate anybody. Anna Kasparian destroyed that woman.
That was hilarious.
Because she didn't say a goddamn thing.
So stupid.
But
she
talks shit. She's like, let's do it again, Anna. And Anna's like, why? Like,
I demolished you. You want that to happen? Look, so when Brett and I got engaged, and we announced it. Tim had quote tweeted it and said based, and Pearl gets in there and says in the comments, it'd be really based if they were 22 and not 32. I'm younger than Pearl. So I was like, Pearl, I am a year younger than you. Where's your ring? And she got community noted because I have friends that have contributed, and they're like, yeah, she's younger than you, Pearl, and she's getting married. She's actually, and Brett is older than me. He's 12 years older than me. And she's doing exactly what you say people should be doing, what women should be doing. And now, so she's just mean. She's
That's her
catty.
whole shtick.
Yeah, she's compensating for, not being hot or something. I have no idea. But like, she's just mad that she's not as hot. Like, she has all the money, but she's not hot at all. And so she's just like, I'm going to yell at women.
You don't have to be hot as a woman to get a guy to marry you. I'm sorry. Like,
you
just have to be decent as a human. Like, dudes just want a woman who is good. The looks are secondary, but if you find a 30-something-year-old dude, or he's going to sit there and be like, I probably want hotter, but she's a really good woman. I'm going to marry that. I could have kids with that. Like,
right.
Pearl, it just doesn't seem like a good person if that's the case. Like,
no,
I don't know Pearl at all. I'm not going to, but just based off the shit that she said, she's not somebody I want to go and like have drinks with or anything like that, or just like bullshit. Even though the group chat that was let out, Pearl's pretty fucking funny. So maybe she is a better person behind the scenes.
That was a very interesting.
I definitely, so with Ashley, I always had the wrong vibe from her, and she's very much giving, like, you could say anything straight conservative, and she would maybe take the feminist angle. So I've been called out. I forget what I said on PCC or whatever episode. I have my first like staunch hater, which I kind of love.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm so excited about it actually. And she's really pissed. And it's also a woman, which is even funnier. She's super mad at me that apparently I slut shamed somebody, and I can't even remember who it was. And I was like,
there's no such thing as slut shaming. If you're a fucking whore, you're a whore. Like,
that's
period. Like,
that's what I said. So it's like, if you think that I'm saying, if someone says I slept with 20 men when I was in college, and I say, kind of a slut, are you slut shaming me? No, but that's by definition. If you were to ask anybody that question, they would say that is bad behavior.
Slut shaming is not a real thing. That's the thing. It's not a real thing. The word slut is a shame as it is. Like, you just need to say the word.
Right.
Like,
and the idea, like, if you're ashamed of your actions, that says more about what you think of your actions. Like, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just stating a fact. I forget, I can't even remember. And then also that I must hate other women. And I was like, no, historically, I'm a big fan of other women. I have a lot of women friends. Well, not a lot now, but I used to have a lot of women friends because I was just, even though I'm conservative, I still like having female friends. And you need that. You need those relationships. And my best friend in the whole world, best friend in the entire world, female, she's a liberal. We agree on like,
fine. You could be friends. You can still be a good person and hate the country.
Yeah. Well, and where it's funny because we've known each other almost 20 years. And so, like, since we were kids. And so people are always like, how do you maintain a friendship with the liberal in 2026? I'm like, I don't know. You know her for 20 years and you got too much on each other to let that friendship go.
Best friend, we don't see eye to eye. And I remember we had a distinct conversation when Trump was running in 2015. I don't know where we were. We were in a car. We were driving somewhere. He was driving. And we were talking about Trump, and even then he's like, I don't know. I don't want to see that guy. And I'm like, we've been talking for years how we need somebody who's outside of politics. The general populace has been talking about how politicians suck so bad. We need somebody else. Here's the guy that's doing exactly what everyone has wanted for years. And now you're all against him. It's like, yeah, but not him. It's like, then who, right?
Exactly
okay, then Spencer Pratt. But now they're going to find something wrong with Spencer, right? So it's like, there's so much. So Shane H. Wilder jumping in here. Hey, Shane. Been up since 1 a.m. flying. Just wanted to come and say hi before going radio silent for my top secret mission for God. Congrats on being able to multitask a Discord while being on another show. OCD.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got volunteers that are on my team that help me out. I got one of them handling stuff for me tonight. Hey Shane, I didn't.
If his name isn't Brett, then we're fighting. He better be helping.
Well, Brett's on IRL, so
he's on IRL right now. There you go.
He's on IRL right now. So yes, Shane, thank you for being here and not IRL. Love that for
Will
you.
you tell him to stop competing with us, Brett? What are you doing, man? Say no to Tim,
Brett.
Right? Say no to Tim. Tell Tim no.
Tell Tim no. Just take off his knee. No, but yeah, Shane, I didn't know your mission was like whatever you were doing was like a religious little side quest, but have fun, stay safe. Yeah. We're going to miss you, man, on PCC. You're always there every day. So stay safe, and we will see you, I guess, on Monday when you get back. But I will pour it out for you, buddy. No, I'm kidding. I got you though. I'll miss you.
Depends on where he's going. Some of these missions are in dangerous
idea.
places. If it's a Christian mission and he's going somewhere to preach or bring the word, like they do go into some dangerous spots. So
Yeah, he's Catholic, so
hopefully
I'm not sure exactly where he's going or what he's even doing there. It's been very secretive about it, but be safe and
Yeah,
no one else
100%.
understand this but Shane. You'll have jelly beans waiting for you when you get home. Sounds weird, but just go with it.
Hey, jelly beans are delicious. So
Indeed.
especially Harry Potter every flavor beans. You never know which one you're gonna get. Nate G coming in here saying St. Clair is pathetic. Yeah, and I know Tim, obviously, Tim, I talk about him a good amount on the show. I like Tim Cast. He always says, like, with St. Clair, like, he obviously knows Ashley. And he says, like, this is what happens when you push someone and you don't give them a redemption arc. I'm sorry. Some people can get it, but St. Clair was off the team the moment Elon knocked her up and didn't fucking give her a diamond. Okay? Like, she was already off the team. And it's not to say that Elon is fully on the team, right? Because Elon's not a conservative either. Elon is just a dude that wants to get to Mars because he's still convinced we're going to destroy this planet. Like, that's the thing that everyone needs to remember about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is getting to Mars. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. If it's going to help him get to Mars, he's going to do it. I promise you, if we have a Democrat president and this Democrat president turns to Elon and says, I will give SpaceX $1 billion deal, he is going to be sitting there and hiring every blue hair he could fucking find, okay?
Yep.
Because he does not care about politics as long as it's putting money into SpaceX. So, and I St. Clair, I think, is the same way. I think she's a grifter. Like I said, I think she's funny. She's had funny moments with the conservative space, but she was making money. So she wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of comedy, did any of you guys pay attention to the Kevin Hart roast at all?
Yes.
I did not. I just saw some of the fallout of it.
The fallout has been interesting. Obviously, you have Shane Gillis going at Chelsea Handler, basically saying that she went to Epstein Island. Tony Hinchcliffe making fun of George Floyd, which but got a lot of nerves on the left. But then you also had Pete Davidson making fun of Charlie Kirk, which I remember on the show. David, I think we brought it up last week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was funny. Okay, like people are so pissed. It's Charlie and Nilsson. I love Charlie Kirk. I was affected by Charlie's death. I did a stream the night with Melee K just venting about it. Okay, comedy's comedy. Pete Davidson's delivery on the Charlie Kirk joke was funny. You can laugh at morbid shit, okay? Tony Hinchcliffe's joke about George Floyd was fucking hilarious. And I want to give Kevin Hart credit because I don't have the clip, but he was just on Breakfast Club and they were asking about it. And he flat out was like, listen, would I have told that joke? No. Would I have told Pete's joke? No. But I'm not here to sit there and say that isn't comedy. Like, have you ever been to a roast before? That is what it is. It is pushing the envelope. And I'm not going to tell Tony not. There you go. There it is. Boom. Let's listen to it because it was a great call.
Wait, this is not it. Sorry.
No, I think that is. Is that it?
No. Yeah, so you watch our interview with George Floyd's brother. That's not what I'm.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, if you can go find that clip, that's okay. False alarm. But if you could find Kevin Hart's clip, we'll watch it. But so, Olivia, with you, when it comes to comedy and things like that, especially these types of roasts, are you offended by generally anything they say? Were you offended by the Charlie joke with Pete Davidson or anything like that?
No, I mean, you can think a joke is in poor taste and still think it's like, like I think it was the joke kind of in poor taste. Probably. Is it a little too soon for that? Probably. But at the same time, I don't think that we should be trying to police comedy. I've never thought that. We talked about this on PCC and I said the same thing. I said, I didn't like the joke. I wouldn't have said the joke, but that doesn't mean that he can't say the joke. If you're going to say he can make the George Floyd joke, he can make the Charlie Kirk joke.
Yeah.
He can make both, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's my opinion, at least. Like, I get it. I get people like they're, maybe for them it feels too soon or they're still reeling from everything. Or they just see everyone in Hollywood is so corrupt that they think that they're making fun of Charlie and, how gruesomely he died rather than just making a quip about something. I think people tend to read into it too much, but they're doing the same thing that leftists do when they, when they're mad about a George Floyd joke or whatever. It's like, again, for me, the biggest thing is, did I really like the joke? I mean, look, I'm just not a big Pete Davidson person to begin with, and so that maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's gone through some dark stuff. If anyone's going to make the joke, I feel like him doing it is maybe the best case scenario. Like his dad died on 9/11 and he takes 9/11 jokes in stride. He's
Yeah, he
like,
gets them all the time at those roasts. They make fun of him, and that's the thing too. Like, if you want to go back to the roasts of the early '90s and late '80s. You want to talk about some raw shit, like that was bad, but that's what these roasts are. You go at each other, and especially go at the person getting roasted. Like Kevin Hart knew going in there, he was going to get a ton of jokes about being black and a ton of jokes about being short. That is just where you're going to go. And the fact that he's second fiddle to The Rock, like all of that is going to come into play. But it is the greatest honor to have fellow comedians being willing to waste their time and their day writing jokes to make fun of you. That is all meant to be a compliment. That's what a roast is. And the fact that Shane Gillis took the time to roast Chelsea and things like that. And that is also meant to be a compliment that you are
And she
roasting your
got
fellow
mad.
comedians. Oh, she is such a dumb bitch though. So it's
she's
like,
the worst.
like again,
terrible.
Chelsea Handler has had her funny moments, right? She's fine. But I never found her overly funny. I heard her books are funny. Like I've heard some, like our mom has read some of those books, Dave, and you know mom is not like she's not a lefty, but she says Chelsea Handler's funny in the books, and that's fine. But it's like for her to get offended and be like, well, they're a bunch of misogynists and I've had texts from their exes. It's like, bitch, every dude in Hollywood's your ex. Shut the fuck up. Like you've been ran train.
Well, that's what makes it fun, though, is that when you can make fun of a comedian and they get mad about it, that's how you know you won.
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
Honestly, it's even funny. Well, Chelsea Handler, she's been in the news for all sorts of reasons, just basically being offended by everything. As a woman, I don't get offended by much at all. I actually make woman jokes more than a lot of the dudes I know. I work with a bunch of dudes all day. Okay, there's one other woman who works in person there that I see regularly, and she doesn't get until later. So I work around a bunch of dudes all day. So yeah, I'll make the woman jokes or hear the woman jokes, and I don't get offended because I don't have enough time in my day to be offended by someone saying, "Oh, you're a woman, you must be stupid." Yeah, okay, it's funny. Get it, 'cause I'm a woman. Or like, I'll be like, I was driving, and they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, I know, right? Don't know why Brett lets me do that." Like stuff like that, where you like you kind of riff off each other.
You can lean into it.
Well, yeah, because then it's like if you give them that reaction and you get upset, they're gonna keep doing it. Way worse than if you lean into it and make the joke with them and you can all laugh about it. So I love to make the jokes about being a woman. I think it's funny. And I do it all the time at work. And, the guys will do it too. You can kind of tell sometimes they're like, and then they realize I'm cool with it. They're like, okay, yeah, she's fine. They've all known me for a while now, but I don't get to get offended as a woman about a joke about women is just the most like feminist and feminine, ironically, thing you can do. You're like, oh, I'm so upset. I'm like, well, yeah, duh, you're a woman. Like, of course you're getting offended by it. Then they get more mad at you. So it's just, it's kind of a vicious cycle.
What women don't understand, and maybe they do and they just don't care about guys. If guys are making fun of you in the most brutal way possible, then they like you. Like they are they are your friend. Like that is how guys are friends. They make fun of each other and they go, the deepest into each other. And especially if you know more about each other, you lean into the inside jokes that maybe other people don't know. Because the funniest thing possible is saying that and then one of your other good friends realizing it and then also jumping in. Like that's the thing. If we can burn each other, that is the best thing possible. So I want to get to some of these comments because we got a bunch coming in. Nate G coming in saying DL Hughley, notoriously low IQ race hustler, started beefing with Big J Okerson about the roast. I'm not surprised, but it is disappointing what DL has become because DL Hughley is a comedy genius, has wrote some really good stuff. So it's sad to see he's just a fucking idiot. Nate G saying Shane initially turned down the roast, but Kevin personally asked him to be on. He's a respected comedian. Right?
I mean, Shane Gillis is funny. He's also hot right now. Like he's one of the top comedians right now. Yeah.
And the thing is, it seems like Kevin Hart, from everything I've seen with him, and even when he does his like ice bath show, he has on anyone and everyone, and you can disagree with him, and he seems like the type of guy I could disagree with you and still be your friend. Like that is everything I've gotten off of Kevin Hart from every interview I've seen. Now, maybe he's an actor, and maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I have seen. Quiet Part, what's up, brother? Good evening on the Rumble side of thing. It is.
Hey, Chris. I was just talking to Chris right before because he's in the Discord. I was just talking to him right before I came on here. What up, dude?
We had a good time talking to Chris on the show. Chris,
Chris is awesome.
Yeah. So Burned Oil's coming in saying, "Hell yeah, it's my favorite dork, Olivius."
Burned Oils. He's a PCC regular.
I like Olivius. I think we might have to start calling you that forever.
Olivius.
Burn was saying nice background, Olivia. Yeah.
Do you recognize it? Oh, my cat's at my feet. Do you recognize it,
Meow.
Burn Doors? I'm sorry, Toast is at my feet and she might jump up here. Just warning.
That's fine. But
Might get a cat
animals
kitty.
are welcome. Cats might be evil, but animals are welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
listen. We don't talk about. Look, we got 3
Here's the
kitties.
thing.
We love them all.
Here's the thing.
I have a cat as well. He knows.
Listen, I don't dislike cats. Number one, cats dislike me. I'm allergic. They're allergic. They made me allergic. Number one. Number two, though, there is no denying that cats are evil. Cats are an evil species. Doesn't mean we can't love them. They train humans. For humans to be trained by anything, that species is not good.
They're rather practical species. That's what they are.
They're very
Practical.
independent.
They fuck up
Very
your glass if you don't do what they want. They knock shit off your
They're
counter.
practical.
Fuck
Depends on the
those
cat.
things.
Depends on the cat. We have anyone from PCC in the chat will know we stand Mocha here. Mocha's our one older cat. She's
I've heard
got a lot of
Mocha
lore
many
going
times.
back.
Yeah,
She's
Mocha's
got
awesome.
lore. We love Mocha. And then Toast is with me now. So if anyone watches PCC, you guys know you can put Toast in the chat. If you're a PCC member, put her in the chat tomorrow for me if you're a member. We have our cats cut out faces as emojis on the channel now.
Amazing.
Give me toasts and give me meatloafs tomorrow. And if you know, you know.
That's awesome. So Nate coming in saying Cheryl Underwood went on Chelsea Handler and Don Lemon and basically refuted the whole cry session they had. Fantastic. And then it seems like we have a reunion here. Burned Oils and Nate saying hello to each other. So like to see that. That's awesome. Burned Oil, if you like what you hear, come follow, hang out with us as well.
Yes, you should. They're Dorcas and Brett approved. If you'd like to know,
Thank
we
you.
approve of them.
Burned Oil is also saying, "Damn Olivia, does the bottle need to be this big?"
Yes.
Okay, I told Brett this morning to run into the gas station while I was getting gas and grab me 2 bottles of water. He goes, "How big?" I go, "The biggest you can find." Thinking he's gonna get one that's like a 32 ounce at most. He brings out 2 50-ounce water bottles of water.
What have women not learned about men yet? You tell us to go find the biggest thing, especially as our wife.
I didn't know they carried this.
Is let you
Smart water
down
goes
because
crazy. Smart
here's
water
the thing
goes-
though.
I'm not
We
gonna lie.
walk in to there and we don't know if you know that exists. So we don't know if we can get away with not getting you that. So the safe bet is to buy it and bring it to you.
I thought it was like I thought it would be like maybe like I don't know like I said 32 ounces. I was not expecting 50. I'm gonna have another one of these things tomorrow too on PC6. We have 2 of them, and
It's gonna last all day.
Exactly. It does last all day, so that's nice. I'll probably keep it and fill it up. Maybe I'll decorate it. So yeah, it's bigger than my head though. It's crazy.
Brando is all saying you should drink Tim's pool water instead. Listen, if I could get that's awesome. Tim needs to send me pool water. Damn it, I want pool water. I will drink it on the show every time.
Pool water's actually pretty good. It's nothing fancy. It's just water.
It's artesian water. It's
It's
regular
artesian water.
straight up
Yeah,
artesian.
it's like spring water. It's really good artisan water. I like pool water. We drink it at work sometimes. We don't
might
always
have to
have it
clip
on
that.
hand.
I like pool water.
I drink pool water a lot.
That's awesome. Nate letting me know that he's Burn Doyle is a top tier Dallas Stars fan. Okay, maybe Burn Doyle's you don't have to come on. We only have we have a quota for Dallas Stars fans here, and Nate has filled it. I'm sorry, Burn Doyle's. But Burn Doyle's saying, "Damn, if it's Brett approved, I'm definitely going to subscribe." Thank you, Burn Doyle's. Brett's also been on the show as well, so we'll have Brett back on at some point. He doesn't have a choice. If he's not slumming it over there with Tim, he can come on our show instead.
I did find a Kevin Hart video if you want to play it. It's like
play it. Throw it on because I think Kevin Hart is awesome and makes up a lot of really good points here just as a comedian.
Alrighty.
And also,
the George
on with Charlemagne the God, who is the big one. He's Hasan level retard. Let's remember. So,
but he has Donkey of the Day.
He's the fucking donkey of the fucking ass. All right, keep going.
Joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast. If you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not. I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't a new.
Oh, real quick.
It's not a new agenda. It's not.
Doesn't it seem like they do roast more than one a year? Like he said every year. I feel like roasts happen like 3 times a year. Is it just me?
I don't know.
Like the Tom Brady one didn't seem like it was last year.
I'm not sure. I also think it has to be a person worthy of a roast too. That's the thing.
True.
They do roast everyone and anyone now.
Yeah,
Like, it's
because I like
not-
Tom Brady is fine to be roasted, the obvious legend.
but he's
Kevin
not
Hart.
a comedian. Like, I used to
don't
be
have to be a
reserved for
comedian to be
comedians. It
roasted.
was initially reserved for comedians.
No, I know that, but you don't have to be a comedian to be roasted. You just have to be very well known, and
Yeah.
jokes need to be able to be made about you.
I just don't like when they roast people who can't go up and do a decent set themselves. Because part of it is, as the person getting roasted, you go up and do a set about everyone. All right, Tom Brady delivered; he had a good set,
Mhm.
but it's like, I don't know. All right, go ahead.
A new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
Charlamagne.
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes,
but-
I mean that's why you're there.
Mhm.
And I hate to say this, but I'm going to because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set or one of the best sets between Tony and Cheryl, and I would say Naeem had a really strong
Naeem
set.
had a very strong set. I was laughing out loud at Tony until that. Joke.
Until the joke.
But not even just that joke. I don't
So
like
stop it
when
right
people
there.
joke about violent.
This
tragedy.
just goes to show Charlemagne's lying. Let's just put that out there. Charlemagne's lying. He absolutely laughed at the George Floyd joke.
Well, no, actually, no. I you don't have to say that. The thing is, when you're watching a comedian and they make a joke about something, whoever you are, doesn't matter. They make a joke about something, and for some reason you get upset about it. I feel like that's a time for self-reflection. And now, believe me, the joke can be shit. Like it could be just be a bad joke,
Yeah, you can
right?
dislike it. Yeah.
But I feel like if you get upset about a joke, that's a time for self-reflection because, like, okay, well, why exactly am I so upset about someone making a joke on stage, right? About someone trying to make me laugh a part of their full set. And no matter what, whether it's this George Floyd joke, whether it's a Charlie Kirk joke, you kind of have to sit back and think to yourself, okay, why am I thinking this way? Why did this upset me? Why is this possibly ruined the rest of the set for me? And am I putting myself in this a little bit too much? Am I ruining the set for myself? Am I ruining the joy I was having in the first place? The laughter I was enjoying in the first place? And like I said, you could be correct and the joke could just be shit and it's been like, okay, well, that was a bad one. Or you could be wrong and you could be putting yourself too much into what the person's saying.
100%. And kudos to Kevin Hart and the way that he's talking about it too, like, because he obviously is going to take flack from the woke black community. Because I'm not going to say the black community because there's like a small section of black people who are actually offended by any of this shit. Most of them are not. And I refuse to speak of like people as a monolith, right? Like that small section that is woke and happens to be black as well will be offended by this. Everyone else that isn't a wokey, and I'm telling you right now, there are more white leftist women that were offended by this than any black people. Like it wasn't that, like, most of them can take a joke. They understand what they are. So go ahead, keep going with this.
Do we want to go through I don't know how much.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good the whole way.
I liked Pete's set, and then I was like, why you had to say
I
about
mean,
Charlie Kirk?
Pete had a great set too. Pete had a Charlie Kirk joke in there.
Yeah.
Like, would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what I know what you're going to do. I know your style of comedy. I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, fuck that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh man, the motherfuckers, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, then you don't watch it.
And honestly, when I watched that, I was like, that is everything that should be said
There we
about
go.
that. I think he really
Yeah.
covered it well. So Olivia, how do you feel about what Kevin was saying there?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's great for him to come out and basically be like, if you don't like the joke, screw the joke. You don't have to like the joke, but
Yep.
it doesn't mean there's not an audience for it. It doesn't mean that the joke's not going to be said. I think that the right tries to tell so many people not to be soft on things, and then when it's
the
affecting
worst.
them, they get very soft on something.
Yep.
And I can understand that maybe you were personally offended. I'm sure there are plenty of people offended by that joke, and that's fine. But now you're trying to police speech if you're saying that they should be fired, they shouldn't be allowed to say that joke, you should boycott them. Do what you want, but at the end of the day, we have the First Amendment. He didn't call for violence. He didn't, yell fire in a crowded theater or anything like that. Made a distasteful joke, both of them. And they can be, you can think they're funny, you can think they're not funny. At the end of the day, the joke was made, it was said, it was aired. And if it was a line that Netflix didn't want to cross on either George Floyd or Charlie Kirk, now mind you, this had to get through Netflix executives. It was pre-recorded and then put out there, and all the scripts were ran through executives beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Then
There was
obviously,
no surprises there.
Right. So for them, like they had time to cut that if they wanted to. They allowed both of those jokes in, and I'm sure they were like, okay, if he's gonna make the George Floyd one, we gotta hit someone on the right. Okay, Charlie Kirk, sure, whatever.
You're
That's what we're gonna
inviting
do.
Tony Hinchcliffe. You know what you're going to get there. You're inviting Pete Davidson. You know, and Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Like, you're inviting Cheryl. You're inviting Naeem. Like, they will say whatever the fuck they want. Those comedians do not hold back on each other. And the thing is, too, a lot of these people are veterans of roast. They come to roast frequently. They are brought to roast because of how good they are at this stuff. So they know what is going to happen. And I'm telling you right now, anybody that was offended by Pete Davidson's Charlie Kirk joke, Charlie's ghost, if he could, would come down and slap the shit out of you. Because here's the thing. Charlie would probably sit there and say, if it's funny, laugh. You're allowed to have comedy. Charlie was not against comedy. He was not against the censorship of that type of stuff. Comedy is comedy. And the audience will tell you if it is not a good joke, if it is not a funny joke. The audience can't fake those types of things.
Yeah, they just won't laugh.
They just won't laugh.
Exactly. Like
you can't fake that. If it's a bad say, you could say if you're a leftist and you could say every single leftist thing, but if your delivery sucks and the jokes aren't funny, even a leftist crowd is going to be like,
delivery is half the battle.
Awesome.
Like yesterday or 2 days ago, we were out to dinner with our friend. Our friend was coming through from out of town, and we got dinner with him and his family, and his kid kept sitting there telling these jokes. Were they funny? No. But it was the way the kid said them that made them so funny. He'd be like, what do you call a T-Rex mixed with like a Stegosaurus? And you're like, I don't know, what do you call it? He goes, a Stegosaurus T-Rex. But it was the way he said it that you were like,
charisma. Yeah.
You're like, I did not see that one coming. Thank you. And it just kept going and going. And then I can't remember what it was, but he said, like, what do you get when you cross this and this? And I'm like, I don't know. He goes, boo, because I don't like it. And we laughed so hard. We were like, wait, what? But this is like a 11-year-old kid telling us jokes. But it was the delivery and the fact that you thought you knew what he was going to say, but then he'd switch it a little bit. And so we kept laughing because we were like, great delivery. You got that part down. Just work on the actual jokes. But you know what? You got the delivery down. That's the hardest part. So, but it was really funny.
That's fantastic. So I want to get to a few more comments here. Quiet Part saying, oh, hey, it's Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart.
He likes to call my sweet toast, which I commented. Yes, I am Dr. OCD in the chat, but those are my initials.
I noticed.
But it's like toast. He likes to call her Pop-Tart. Her name is Toaster Strudel. That's her full name.
Oh, I get the Pop-Tart now.
Call her Toast, and he calls her Pop-Tart. It's rude.
It's better than calling her just Tart.
Yeah, we call her Toast. I mean, cat names. I watched the whole thing last night, and this was I couldn't stop laughing at this, but it's like, you can look at, my cat's name is this, but we call them this. How did you, I have Chloe. We call her Bean Burrito.
Oh, yeah. Same thing with, I think it's all animals. Our dog is named Oreo, and we call him Cookie. Just all the time, just Cookie. Or Dumbass, because he's not that smart. We will sometimes just be like, hey, Dumbass, get over here. But you just come up. My kids have names. I don't know what they are. I call them every nickname I could possibly think of. So it's like, I think that's just human nature.
Yeah, we had Philip. She became Nugget. And then we had like ones that you're like, how did that happen? But there was over time a name that developed somewhere. Beautiful cotton cat. Yes, she is gorgeous. Toast is she's a sweetheart. She is our youngest cat. She loves when I hold her. So that's why I was like, I might have to hold her. She likes when I sit here and I bump her up. And I'm like, I look like I am
it's good practice.
I look
for
like a
future
childless cat
babies.
lady because
Yeah.
she wants me to do this and hold her. Like if I stand there and do this with her, when she's like on my back, she loves it. So I'm always like, oh, she make me sound crazy. But then
Future
every time
little
I do it,
Dasovic Patriots. That's the practice for it.
I
You know
do
how
it, and I'm
happy
like, hey,
Tate's gonna
Brett.
be.
I do that. I'm like, hey Brett, this could be a child. Like every time he's like, I know. I'm like, could be a baby. It could be a
I
baby. He's
can't
like, I
wait.
don't know.
Honestly, I can't wait for the episode where you successfully have your child. Because if Tate's on the Timcast, he's gonna flip out about a Patriot in the family coming in because he is the funniest. Like he's like, all right, Patriot, get to work, go get voting, go ahead. Like he's always like, all right, get him out the womb, get him in some campaigns. They got to start knocking on doors.
I
like
love Tate.
Tate's
He's so
insane.
funny. He's gonna be so excited when we
He's
have
gonna
a
be
kid.
happier than you and Brett.
Probably.
So Nate, you coming in saying Tony cracked a joke about Cheryl's dead husband and she laughed because they're comedians. You're supposed to laugh about this stuff. You know, none of it is personal.
Yeah,
It's
I think I
not
crack jokes about my
personal.
dead mom. It's okay. We do it all the time. Like my brother will be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Mother's Day, I'm going to see Mama. Give her a high five for me." He's like,
Yeah.
"Okay." You know, like there's stuff like that. Where like in the last 10 years we've built up, and I
Yeah.
always say like certain people can do it and get away with it more than others, especially when it was like fresh. So like my best friend in the whole world, she had already been my best friend for a long time at that point even. And so I'm always like, you can make the jokes too. So if like something moves in the house or like we're hanging out and like something that's really like, oh Rose, what you doing, girl? Like what you doing? It's the ghost.
If you can't laugh at morbid situations and like you're not human, like we make
It's like how you
comedy.
cope.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
it's a
have
huge
to
coping
laugh.
mechanism.
You have to make something out of it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you'll just wallow in it. and
Yeah.
that's not right. That's not
Yeah.
Quite literally, on my show yesterday, I do a track and field show talking in ovals. We talked to a stage 4 cancer survivor who's an Ironman athlete. He just got done going to another major round of blood clots getting taken out, chemo, and he's going to go to Kona at the end of the summer and compete in an Ironman. And he was someone that talked about just like the need for those types of things, of joking around about things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to be able to do that. Burn Doyle saying, I crack jokes about my dead grandpa, but it's okay because he was a jerk.
My mom was a lovely lady and I make jokes about her being dead. It's okay.
You got to make jokes in other things. So I want to jump into something that you talk about frequently over at Pop Culture Crisis, movies. Yay!
Yay!
Did Brett force you to go see Mandalorian and Grogu? And Grogu?
No.
Grogu.
He did not. No, he did not.
Did he go see it?
No, this was when he really. So he's not a big Star Wars guy, and shockingly, I know I'm not a Star Wars fan. I know that surprises everybody, but I'm not a big Star Wars person at all, and so we thought about it, but then it was like, it's going to go to streaming soon. It was one of those movies where it was like you could see it in the theater.
It might not even go to streaming. Like I feel like Disney Plus may just like get rid of this.
Nah, it'll go to streaming. It
has gotten pretty poor reviews. It looks like they may or may not break even, which if you can't tell after opening weekend, if you can't tell that after opening weekend, like your movie's not good.
Dave, look up what's their box office currently as it sits, because they were under Solo for the 3 days Memorial Day weekend.
I just have.
We were just talking about it too. Come here, tell us.
Yeah, they were under Solo.
Worldwide, 167 million.
Oh my God,
that's bad.
That's now really Wednesday. We'll see what happens this weekend, right? They'll get the second weekend, but that's really the big thing, right? What do they do this second weekend? This will tell us everything if they're going to get near breaking even. And how much did they spend on this one? 150, 200 million for this movie?
But that's before they had advertising campaign marketing. Yeah. So like they're not even making back their base.
It's
so
2.5. You need 2.5 to make it back typically. So
they're not going to.
And what I've heard about this movie in particular is that it's boring. That's one of the biggest issues with it, is that it's boring. It's not like, the DEI mess or whatever like that. It's that it's just boring.
David, go on Criticalist. What have they given it on Criticalist? Because apparently this is one of those where it's getting better reviews from fans than it is from the critics. The critics obviously panned it, which is surprising, right? Because critics usually eat this type of stuff up. It's Disney. They want to stay on their good side. But even the critics were like, this is fucking boring. And even the leftist critics were like, this isn't a good movie. It's a boring extended TV show that has nothing to do with the TV show. So
that's what I heard too, is that it shouldn't have been 3 years or like 3 seasons of a show later. It should have been done way sooner than that. But Again, I'm not a Star Wars person, but from everything I've seen, it's not doing well. It's not going to do
See,
well.
I am a Star
And
Wars person, and it is, and there's the thing. I watched the first season of Mando, like everyone else. A lot of people like the Western aesthetic and things, and first season was solid. It was, especially because it was a fresh thing. People forget that when Mandalorian came out, we haven't had anything since Rebels.
yeah,
Like, this was Disney really dipping their toes in there. We had the Rey trilogy, but it was like, okay, this is a show. And now they're taking one of the, favorite, if you read the books, people like the Mandalorians. The Mandalorian Civil War is a big thing. And if you enjoyed that, you're like, cool, we're about to explore the Mandalorians. We only knew Jango and Boba and Bo-Katan, but now we get to delve into this. And that first season was fun. It was a space Western, and you get little Grogu in there, and it's like, cool, we have Yoda's race. We only knew Yoda. Let's see what the fuck they do. Season 2, boring, but okay, it's a season 2. Sometimes season 2s are a little slow.
yeah.
Then you have to do homework, because if you only go to season 3, you have no idea why the fuck Grogu's there, because he leaves at the end of season 1. Spoiler alert. I mean, the end of season 2, he leaves. And people know at the end of season 2 is when you get the whole Luke scene. He comes back. And they CGI friggin' Mark Hamill make him look young. And he takes Grogu to train him. And unless you watched the Book of Boba Fett, you have no idea why the fuck Grogu is back in season 3. And the Book of Boba Fett was god-awful as well. Obi-Wan Kenobi was terrible. The bad, whatever the squad is, I forget their names now. But the one cartoon that was good for a season, second season, they DEI'd the shit out of it. They have just been bad. They have been bad. Acolyte, they put fire in space. That's all you need to know.
I've seen part of Acolyte.
It's terrible. There's so much going on. Ahsoka, they just stared at each other and flew places. They didn't fucking do anything, and they waste Rosario Dawson, who is a perfect looking Ahsoka Tano as an adult, and she's fucking hot. Why you waste that, I don't know. But I mean, they've done so much wrong, so it gave me no good faith. I will probably watch this when it does come to D+, just because I hate myself. But I mean, it's
I think this is the same thing as superhero movies, where people get kind of this fatigue, where you, like you said, it's the homework. We say this on PCC all the time. You have to do 1 month worth of after work, going home, watching something that's related to it to even understand who these characters are and how they got to where they are now, before then you can watch the movie, if it's even good, to then move forward in that storyline. So it's like superhero movies. You have to watch all these movies to understand why Iron Man, or I guess I'm random, but all the different, why Spider-Man this, and we have Captain America, and then you have a million other people. And I'm also, I liked Civil War, I liked Endgame, but I'm not a superhero person by and large. I just, it's not my thing. I think the humor's kind of funny in some of them, and that's about it. And so I guess for me, I've never wanted to do a ton of homework before a movie. I want to go see a movie, and maybe if it's a sequel, you watch the first one, you refresh it, Kombat. Brett watched the old Mortal Kombat, then went and saw the new one. And again, surprisingly, not my thing. So he really liked but he liked Mortal Kombat 2 fine, right? So he's like, it was okay, it was whatever.
David did not like that at all.
I didn't like
what I like is being able to turn off my brain for 2 hours and watch
flick.
a movie.
Yes.
So what I can endorse right now, movies that have just recently come out, The Sheep Detective.
Really good. We saw it.
I've heard it's
so
fucking good.
Good. Dude, everyone I've talked to has been like, it's so good, and no one believes it.
They turned Clue into a kids movie with fucking sheep and a small town, and it's a modern small town just caught in yesteryear because they're podunk in fucking the British countryside. Like, it is really good. So I have to say, I've seen 3 kids movies over the past 2 weeks. Surprise, I have 2 young kids. Swapped a week ago was fine. Swapped was fine. It's a Netflix one. Swapped was Netflix. And no overtly dumb bullshit in there. Obviously, kids movies are going to have like the peace and love type of shit. That's what kids movies are, right? We've always been. Yeah. Swapped was fine. It had a cool twist. I liked Swapped. It was a good movie. Sheep Detective, fantastic. I will tell you right now, and this may surprise people, Goat is an incredible movie. The Steph Curry produced movie about the goat playing basketball was better than Swapped and Sheep Detective.
Really?
Really? That's an
if
interesting one.
Sheep Detective gets like an 8.0, if I'm going critical, it's probably gets like an 80, 82. Swap probably gets like an 88, almost 90.
That's
Not Swapped, I mean Goat. Goat gets almost 88, 90. It is just, it's funny. It is aware. It makes fun of a whole bunch of shit you wouldn't expect. Like, it makes fun of helicopter parents and things like that. Like, and it is just a fun movie. Me, like, and you know, like as a parent, when you're watching a kid's movie, parents will relate to this. You're watching it, but you're kind of peeking at your phone and you're kind of not really watching because the kids are watching. You're doing a movie night for them. When I tell you, I put my phone down. After about 30 minutes in, I completely put my phone down, even before that, and maybe checked it occasionally, but I was locked into the movie. It was a good movie. Dave, what does it have on criticals? Did you look up?
Goat
on
has
Criticals for me?
67.
That
Sheep
is not-
Detective has
that is not
85.
What Sheep Detective?
85.
I'm not taking away from Sheep Detective. It was really good.
So good.
But so the kids' movies have been great, and Star Wars is kind of fucked. But here's the thing. Here's where I will push back because I hear a lot of people saying superhero fatigue. It is shit movie fatigue, okay? Because if they were just stick to a lot of the good comic book storylines and continue to loosely adapt them, they would still be making billions. They have went and made shit movies, and they refuse to recast. They need to recast and keep them young.
To be quite honest with you, when it comes to that, though, I do feel like, let's say they kept putting out decent movies, right? I do feel like there still would have been a waning. No matter what, there still would have been a waning. I think the fatigue part is a true thing. People will just fall off of things no matter what.
You need to set up the next big event.
Yes.
That is the kind of waning.
But I'm just saying, just in general, people just fall off of topics.
A little bit.
That
Yeah.
just happens all the
Yeah.
fucking time. Like, you're not going to keep most people.
Of course.
You're going to keep the people that are really invested, and that's it. But
yeah.
The fact that they made so many bad things in a row is what really tanked it. That's the
thing. And I don't think it's actually fatigue. That's what I'm saying. I think if they still made good superhero movies and the shows were self-contained, like they would maybe have something loosely to do with what's going on in the universe. But if I didn't watch a show, I could still watch the movie and be fine, right? Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. during the time of phase 2, it was loosely connected to things going on with phase 2 of Marvel, but you didn't need to watch it to know what was going on. So that's why for me, Dave, I agree with you. You're going to get that waning, but you're not looking to make every movie $1 billion. If this movie makes 600 million, I'm good, right? You want those movies thrown in there. And that was the problem to me. So, I mean, there's a lot. So Olivia, what else have you seen besides Sheep Detective that you've liked?
Oh man. Nothing recently. It was the first time we had gone in a while. Brett saw Mortal Kombat 2. It's like he liked the first one a lot better. Like a lot better. Trying to think if there's anything we've gone and seen. Oh, what did we go see last or 2 weekends ago? In the Gray. We saw In the Gray.
Was that good?
It's a new Guy Ritchie movie. It's a Guy Ritchie movie, so like it was good.
It's Guy Ritchie. You know what you're gonna get from Guy Ritchie.
Right. The girl in it was not believable whatsoever. She just felt like she was delivering her lines and that was it. She didn't come off as like this intimidating girl but I did like the themes of her needing to be protected by the team of guys. Yeah. So we did a review on it and I was like, the action's great on the big screen and the surround sound, that's great. But would I go to a theater again to watch it? No. Like, that's kind of how I base it. It's like, would I be willing to go to the theater again to see this? I'd be willing to do it for Sheep Detective. I would not be willing to do it for this one. So that's kind of how I base it. It's like, would I rather just watch it at home? I don't regret going to see In the Gray, but we could have watched it at home and I would have had the same experience, I think. So
I think Masters of the Universe looks good. I think that
I'm a little worried about that, though.
There's some worry.
Some of the comments coming out and things, I'm a little worried about that.
But I do feel like they understand their demographic is guys. And I think they get that. And I think they are. This last trailer, awesome. They leaned into it.
Skeletor looks fucking great.
Skeletor looks great. Jared Leto looks like he's doing a great job with that. But also, I think it was G&G or FNT. I can't remember which one. But they showed the second trailer where he picks up the car and the girl is like, oh, wow, like kind of enamored by him, kind of showing that the gender roles there as well. And here's the thing. Again, we're not going to get Angel Studios or Daily Wire level conservative movies, right?
Well,
we need to be happy. Well, not
Angel
Angel
Studios.
Studios, Animal Farm. We're not.
I was
We're
gonna
not.
say,
Fuck
it
that.
might have been a
But
little fall
Trust
off there.
me.
yeah, but
Oh, trust
we're
me.
we're not going to get that. But we need to start getting back to sitting there, and if we demand straight up conservative movies, they're going to be boring and shit because conservatives generally are
Well,
not
but
good at
that's the
art.
thing.
Besides
No,
like
no,
G
no, no,
Prime
no, no.
85.
That's the thing, though, right? It's not demanding conservative movies, right? It's just wanting normal storytelling.
Yes,
That's the whole thing. It's wanting normal
I think
storytelling.
Masterverse is going to be good.
But we are seeing that in other movies now. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe we will get that there. Like some of the actors' comments and stuff like that. Toxic masculinity was thrown around about a possible theme. So look, it could still be good, and they could just be saying stupid stuff, right? Whatever. Yeah. But we are getting some good storytelling. Like I need to go see Sheep Detectives because, like you guys said,
it's good. It's really good.
But like, I saw Obsession twice in theaters. Fantastic storytelling, just really good. No worrying about specific politics or anything like that. Just trying to tell a horror.
What's the horror genre right now? Right, the horror genre just understanding their niche and sticking to it.
But not typically, right? Because every single studio, every single thing has been taken over by wanting to go politically to the left.
Which studio does Obsession? Do you know which one? It's not A24. A24 is fantastic.
Blumhouse.
Oh, Blumhouse is good, though.
Yeah. Blumhouse is okay. Blumhouse is a lot of horror slop, but they could also put out good things.
Yeah. So Quiet Part coming in and saying, shout out to the Dead Parents Society. Okay, fucking Bruce Wayne over here.
Okay, if you knew the lore, basically, long story short, our entire friend group that we had on the Discord for a while, there was 4 of us, and all of us coincidentally had one dead parent. And so when I made us a group, I named us the Dead Parents Society.
That's it. You guys should start a podcast called the Dead Parents Society. That'd be amazing.
And they're wonderful people. It's Chris, myself, Michael, and Catherine, and Michael and Catherine got married. We love that for them.
Yay.
And they're great. They're all of them are great people. So yes,
that's
shout out the Dead Parents Society. May it never die.
Pun intended. Burned Oil saying, I tried really hard to convince Brett to make Olivia see it with the Mandalorian and Grogu. There's still time. Listen. I guarantee there are going to be seats. I promise you there'll be seats. Oh, quick thing about that. So we went to go see the Sheep Detective at 1:00 at our small local theater. They put us in a theater that was like the size of this room. So maybe 100 seats. And we were looking at you don't have to select your fucking seats, right? You can't just go in. So we select the seats or whatever. And we go in there and we're like, if we want to slide up to our different section, because we were debating 2 spots. The girl's like, I don't think it's going to fill up. You're good. Just go in there. We get in there. When I tell you guys, there wasn't a single seat left. It was packed. Now, don't get me wrong. The senior center fucking got released. I don't know. There were so many seniors there. I have no idea why. Like there was like, I was worried someone was going to shit themselves. Like there was that many seniors there, but it was packed. And like at 1:00 on a Sunday, like I did not expect it to be so packed. So it's a good sign. What was it? Sheep Detective been out for 2 weeks now?
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I think 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. So for it to still be getting it's a small theater, but they still packed it. It was a sold out theater. So that's awesome for them. So Burned Oil saying it's great when a movie sucks you in. Then you get back to reality when it ends and you realize, oh, wow, I wasn't there anymore for a bit. That's exactly the point, right? You want to jump into that world. Dave, Sheep Detective does that. It really does. It is, you are in there. It's a great little mystery. Dave, Josie figured it out in the first 45 minutes.
That's awesome.
She told me, my daughter, she's 8. She told me, she goes, it's him. I go, no, it's not him. She goes, I'm telling you, Daddy. And I was like, all right, we'll watch it.
It's actually because I thought it was everybody but that person. So
45 minutes, she called it out. She called it out.
Crazy. Hold on, I gotta go grab my cat. She's screaming in the other room. She's deaf. She can't hear me. Like she doesn't know that I'm here. She thinks I'm not home.
Go, Olivia. We'll continue with some chats.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab her.
No worries. Burndo's coming in saying not a whole lot of movies will do that to you now. That's true. But Dave, like you said, Obsession is one of those probably sucks you right in, brings you into that world. Adam Pizza coming in saying, what's going on? We talking about KPDH. I don't know what KPDH is, Dave. What is that acronym? You're up on the lingos.
I'm not sure.
Fill us in, Adam. Nate's saying, would have seen Goat if it was Slam Ball instead. I'm telling you, Goat, here's the thing. Goat's cool because they take basketball, but because it's all animals, all the courts are like different elemental types too. So it's like you have one with like vines running through, and it's like they don't like, they're not all like, are humanistic, but as they're going up and down the court, they're fucking on their hooves and running. It's kind of has like a Monstars type of feel because they beat the fuck out of each other too. Like it's good. I recommend Goat. Goat is good. Adam Pizza saying, I missed the ditzy girl trope in movies. I hope we see that in Scary Movie 6. I feel like Scary Movie 6 may get that.
Scary Movie 6 is going to have a lot of stuff in there. It's going to have a lot. I feel like they're throwing everything at the wall and just seeing what sticks. Which
I did see an interview. I saw an interview with Marlon, a clip of it, saying that with the Weinsteins, after the success of Scary Movie 2, they took it out of the Wayans' hands for 3, 4, and 5. So it makes sense because it kind of went downhill. Charlie Sheen was still amazing in it because Charlie Sheen's great in everything. But you see the dip in terms of the comedy level going in 3, 4, and 5. So if the Wayans are back and fully doing it, I'm excited. Nate's saying Kevin Smith not doing this He-Man already a good sign. Very good sign. God, Kevin Smith, he can't make. The only thing I will see from Kevin Smith is if he makes another Clerks. Just because
I don't even know about that anymore.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Adam Pizza saying like Madison from Zombieland. Zombieland was so good. The second one fucking sucked. The first one was so good. Burned Oils, why I prefer an empty theater. Sometimes being in a crowd is what makes it such a loud ride. Yeah, especially there was nothing like the big Marvel movies when something happened that was like truly unexpected and there was a legitimate reaction. Like those were so much fun.
I will say, and because Brand Oil says he's going to look into Obsession, when I went and saw it the second time, I saw the reactions from people in there because there was a good amount of people. They were straight up like actually reacting out loud in the theater. It was awesome to witness.
Adam Pizza saying K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters was fan-fucking-tastic. And funny enough, Swapped just beat it out for its Netflix release. For in the first week, views and everything like that. So K-pop Demon Hunters, I think, is making a mistake for waiting 3 years to make K-pop Demon Hunters 2. Sony had their pants down. They didn't think it was going to be as big as it was because I want to remind people that genre of kind of magical girl demon hunting was not aimed for my kids' age. Okay. That is aimed for your tweens, high school girls. That is the group of people that watch what K-pop Demon Hunters is. So the fact that it got all this acclaim from the younger demographic, I think they were generally surprised.
Wasn't that movie passed around too?
Yeah. Sony grabbed it in the end. And you got to remember, it's a Korean manhwa style movie. And I just don't think it was a bunch of no-name actors and actresses. They weren't even technically like the lead chick that plays Rumi. God, I forget her name. She's known as a writer. She doesn't have it. Her first single, major single, just came out not too long ago. The other two were unknown.
Well,
the guy that plays Genu is like.
I have listened to some of the music from the chick that
really good
before her, before she played that character. I knew it before.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny. I was like, "Whoa, she plays that shit."
Well, the thing too is they were promoting Your Idol on Spotify before the movie got big, because I remember like I use Spotify to listen to a lot of my podcasts, and because Spotify's fucking annoying, it just auto plays because they're stupid as hell. Even though you turn off the autoplay, it still does. And I just remember at times like it's getting done, and before I could put on a podcast, all of a sudden Your Idol comes on. And one time I just remember like I couldn't get to it. I was watching this or something. And I'm just listening. I'm like, this is a pretty fucking good song. And then all of a sudden now it's like one of the best villain songs of all time in any cartoon. So Olivia, did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters?
I did not.
Oh, you're missing out. It's really good.
Did not. Another one song.
Golden? Oh, it's not even the best song.
Yeah, it's the only one I know.
I'm telling you, even if you're not into that, in terms of storytelling, it's actually just really good in terms of it. There's no bullshit. There's a legitimate beginning, middle, and end. There's a climax. There's a really fleshed out, well done story there. Great character development, good fighting, good songs. I couldn't recommend K-pop Demon Hunters more. I'm also
wonder if I can convince Brett. Probably not, but maybe I can make a bet with him on PCC one of these days to get a certain amount of Crisis Parties, and maybe we can get him to watch it then.
You guys should You guys should do an anime of the week for crisis parties to force Brett and you to watch
We
anime.
would hate it so much.
I'm
That would
telling
be
you, no,
the
you
worst
won't. Here's the
nightmare.
thing. You guys would hate it until you started watching them. You'd be like, fuck, we're into anime now. Anyone that watches a certain amount of anime, you find your one because there is so much. You find your one and you're just like, damn it, I hate all these people. I'm one of them. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'd have to convince Brett, but he's a
Make
hard
him.
nut to crack.
I will start spamming him now on X and just being like, hey, did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters yet? He's gonna be like,
Do
I'm
it.
never letting you, or I'm never going on that fucking guy show again. Nate's saying my 7 and 5-year-old girls are still obsessed with K-pop. Tons of K-pop merch all over this past school year. Yeah, Rumi, I think was easily the biggest costume for Halloween. My younger daughter wanted to go as Zoe. She loved her, and Zoe's my favorite character. Her throwing knives are amazing. But yeah, no, it was absolutely big. So I want to jump into the Odyssey. Olivia,
Yes.
have you been paying attention with how awesome the Odyssey is going to be?
I've seen mixed reviews on if it's going to be awesome or not. It's like, oh, he said that was such authentic. Oh,
No.
yeah, people are, I don't think it's going to be as bad as people say, but I don't think it's going to be good either. So I think it's still going to be not great. I still think it's going to be kind of lackluster. I don't think it's going to be necessarily, everyone's like, oh, Elliot Page. Oh, like, okay, yeah, it's probably not going to be like amazing, but I also think it's getting kind of blown out of proportion how bad it, or like how awful it's going to be. It's probably going to be another movie that you're like, there were good parts, but overall unimpressed. Maybe wouldn't see it again, but it was fine. Like,
Yeah.
For me, I think it's become this like virtue signal thing where people are complaining about the casting rather than the movie itself. And I'm a firm believer of, it's really hard now to think that anybody that's hired isn't a DEI hire. But I am a firm believer of hiring the best people for the job. I'm very much into like a meritocracy. And so if you're hiring the best person, now that's hard when the lore says that she's got long blonde hair. Helena Troy has long blonde hair, white pale skin, and the long golden curly locks. And so it's like, okay, that part makes sense to me. Like, yeah, that's not great. But at the same time, I'm not going to put all these judgments on it. The trailer looked fine. I took mythology in high school. I think it looks okay. It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I'm not super interested. Will I see it? Probably. I think we'll probably see it, review it for PCC, but I'm not as doomerist as everybody else.
Now, is good enough okay for Christopher Nolan, though? That's the thing, right? Is okay? Like, an okay movie flies for a lot of directors. For Christopher Nolan, an okay movie is kind of a disaster.
Yeah, that's true. I do think, though, that it being Christopher Nolan may give people more of a benefit of the doubt on it and be like, you know what? It actually wasn't bad. It actually is pretty good. He might be able to take the race swaps and everything out of the characters and just make a good movie. If anyone can pull off the abysmal, kind of, I guess, not even ratings, but everyone's thinking it's going to be the worst movie ever. If anyone can steer that ship in the right direction, it's Christopher Nolan. And so it's not to say that it's going to be good or bad. Again, I think people are going to go into the preconceived notion, and that's going to be the biggest thing he's fighting against here. But I don't know. It sounds like he didn't hire anybody for their, for their race or anything. It sounds like he just hired people because he thought they fit the character well as far as their acting skills. And so if anyone can turn it around, it's Christopher Nolan. But again, can Christopher Nolan do an okay film? I don't know. It might be impossible. He might just actually make a really good movie because he's Christopher Nolan. But I think people are going to go.
We know that it's going to. Look good. Christopher Nolan movies
for sure
good.
They're going to go in with the
like Tenet.
yeah. They're going to go in and think this movie's going to suck.
Yeah,
and they're not going to hate it. So it's going to inevitably, what it could have been is really good. But because someone went in with a lower, threshold for being impressed, it's going to end up in the middle, not because of anything he did, but because of all the preconceived notions. You're already starting at like a negative 50. So even if you get to 100%, you're still just at 50. And so he's just going to kind of be fighting against that. I think one thing the right does very poorly is take something like the Odyssey and they run with it and they make it this huge outcry, when you can focus on making an Odyssey that isn't like that. You can put your energy into other projects. You can put your energy into Fighting Angel Studios, like my boss did.
As we should. Listen, Tim was right. Yeah. And listen, I listen to Glenn Beck every day. Glenn was wrong. Glenn was promoting the fuck out of Animal Farm, saying the exact things put on a card for him. And it's like, you were all wrong. You were all duped. Kudos to Josie, Redhead Libertarian, for taking her post
Josie,
down.
She's
But
great.
you initially took the money, though, Josie. You took that paid partnership to do it. I don't know if she gave any of it back, but it's like, good. Thank you. I'm happy that Josie has some standing. Good. Thank you for her. But it's like, this is an important lesson, though, that we can't just blind freaking trust either because it's Angel. That's okay.
Right. So if you hear like, that's my cat. She doesn't
okay.
sound normal.
That is fine. Old animals are a part of life.
Yeah.
She's 12. Yeah, she's an old lady.
But I do think the thing about the Odyssey, though, is that it is the Odyssey. This is something that needs to have grand standing, that needs to be a grand movie. And that's a reason why someone like Christopher Nolan should be the one doing it, because he's basically the best director out right now, at least the most notable one out right now. So you want him to do it mainly because he's the type of guy that would be able to reach the heights that is the Odyssey as a story. Now, what is really concerning, I mean, like, you could say whatever about his casting, and I don't like the casting, but it is also really concerning is him saying he's making it very realistic, and basically taking out the mythological part.
The people are too stupid to understand. This is why they say gods.
Which is like the whole point of mythology, is the mythology of it.
That really worries me, because the thing is, it could be a good movie, it could be a great movie, but is it the Odyssey?
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. And so that's really the most worrying part of this movie for me. Obviously, the casting, I don't really like it, but with everything that's being said about what's being made in the movie, it's just like you don't sound like you like the story very much.
Yes, true.
Why would I want you being the one being making it?
And on top of that, Dave, I've said this from the get-go when we first heard the Odyssey was getting made, right? Mm-hmm. It needs to be perfect, and it's one of the base epic tales of all time, right? Most of our epic stories are based off of the Odyssey. There's a few. There's Gilgamesh, there's Beowulf, there's Odyssey. Like, those are the epic tales. Hercules. And we've seen two really strike out terribly. Hercules has been tried multiple times, been bad every single time besides Kevin Sorbo's show. And Beowulf was god-awful because they didn't understand how to tell the epic tale, because it is told so well through so many other movies. They take what those basis was, and then they take it and make it into a modern version, right? That's where we get a lot of our tropes from. So if Christopher Nolan doesn't nail this, and I always said, Dave, I said from the get-go, it's going to be really hard to nail this and to make a story that we have seen over and over and over in so many different ways feel good. And now maybe Nolan knows this and is like, hey, maybe we should fucking ground it a little and make it different, separate it in that way, so that it's not just the same old story that we're used to seeing. But at the same time, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Olivia, I think you brought up some good points that especially we're coming at this from a culture warrior standpoint, right? Where it's like, oh, Ellen Page, we can't have him playing Achilles, her, or whatever the fuck it is, playing Achilles, and Lupita Nyong'o's black and Helena Troy's white. And these are legit.
I don't agree with the casting, right? Yeah. Like, I don't agree with the casting, but I think I'm going to give Christopher Nolan the benefit of the doubt on this one. It's probably not going to be good. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I'm hoping he can turn this around. It's just so far, we'll see.
But I mean, Lupita Nyong'o is doing no help at all by coming out and talking and saying all this stuff about racism and shit like that. It's like,
well, and they make it so much worse.
The fuck up. Like, you got cast in a role you don't belong in already. Just shut up and do the role. Because here's the thing, Lupita Nyong'o could put on a great performance now. People are going to sit there and look at it and go, but you hate me because I'm white, and I had dared to say that a character described as a white woman with blonde hair should be a character that's white with blonde hair, right? Like,
yeah, she's doing the Rachel Zegler, like what she did to Snow White. God. She's doing that to Helen of Troy, and that's going to be the biggest problem. It might, again, she could deliver the best performance we've ever seen, and people are still going to be like, well, you said some stupid stuff on the red carpet. They can't separate art and artist sometimes. And even I try my best to, but sometimes you can't.
Studios should put in these contracts that they can sue you if you do this, right? Because Rachel Zegler, Snow White was a bad movie. It's one of my all-time worst movies I've ever seen.
Did the producer fly out to her and be like, shut the fuck up?
Yes.
Like,
here's the thing. I saw Snow White. My daughters wanted to see it. It was bad. And I'll say this. Rachel Zegler could sing. So the singing moments, she could sing her fucking ass off. Okay. She's a really good singer. Gal Gadot was terrible. She
So
phoned in
bad.
her performance.
I know what
She
you expect.
cannot sing. She was just there to be hot. The huntsman dude, the lead huntsman dude, wasn't bad. I didn't think he was terrible. I thought the songs were corny. The story wasn't good. It wasn't Snow White at all. And it was just a bad movie. I described Rachel Zegler when she was trying to act, she overact. When she didn't do anything, she was just a potato. She did that weird thing with her jaw. Like that is my description of Rachel Zegler.
But she can sing. That's the one thing that saved that movie.
She
That made
belongs
it
on Broadway.
That's the
She-
only thing that
yeah.
saved that movie was that she
Yeah.
could at least sing. So it was like, okay, listening to her sing, that was kind of where you like take a breath. You're like, okay, well, she can sing. But then they added songs. It was just such a train wreck. It was so bad.
It was her same performance of in a songbird of a song of snakes and whatever, the one that was the
Yeah.
Hunger Games prequel. Her
Yeah.
singing was awesome. Really good
Yep.
singer. She's an awful actress. She was the only one that had a super hick accent out of everyone there,
Yeah.
including her family who were all supposed to be hicks. Like she overacts. She's not good at acting yet. She needs to go
No.
back. And she's not hot enough to be a bad actress. So it was like, if you're going to be a bad actress, you have to
Be
be
Sydney
good-looking.
Sweeney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney. She's not a good even though I did
A
hear she was really
horrible
good in,
actress.
I heard she was really good in the Handsmaid or whatever it is, a housemaid
Or
with
the-
her and
or the
Amanda
housemaid. I
Seyfried.
heard she was okay in that.
She was,
But
and that was like her best, but Amanda Seyfried's amazing, so she'll pull anyone in. She's a really good
Right.
actress.
yeah, no,
so
I stand by Sydney Sweeney as maybe one of the worst actresses I've
She's
ever
terrible.
seen.
She's
But
just
at
hot.
least she's hot.
Yeah.
At least she's hot.
we've had plenty of those, right? If you could be a
Yeah.
bad actress, but just be hot, like
hot.
that is, and if you're hot and a good actress, that's good. Like Scarlett Johansson for a little while,
Yeah.
smoking hot, really good actress. Like,
Yep.
cool, we like that. So get to a few comments here. Burned Oil saying, I hope the K-pop stuff is not driving you mad. No, it doesn't drive me mad. I like K-pop. I'm a weeb, so I like anime, manga, all that. So I'm fine. I like K-pop Demon Hunters probably better than my kids initially. So Burned Oil saying, Brent and Olivia, do that nerd Sunday show sometimes as an extra thing for PCC. It's pretty cool. That could
Thank
be
you.
your
We do
anime
movie
review of the
reviews.
week.
We do movie reviews when we see movies, or we've been also watching. We took the holiday weekend, but I'm not sure we'll do it this weekend because we've been working a lot this week already, even in the 2 days. But we will watch the worst rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes. We find them and we watch them and review them. So we did. Oh man, Burned Oil, you might have to help me out here with the name of this one. Oh shoot, it was the Nicolas Cage movie that was so bad. I can never remember
he
the
did
actual-
a few terrible ones.
It was the
recently.
one where they were on the he was a pilot on a plane and it was like the
Oh, Con Air
Rapture.
is not bad. You bite your goddamn tongue.
No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's Con Air, we're fighting. Con Air is
No,
amazing.
it was Lost. Oh, what was it called? I have to find it. But it was like he was a pilot and there was like this apocalypse thing that happened. It was supposed to be like a biblical movie and like the rapture happens and so all these people disappear all of a sudden. Toast, leave her alone. She's about to go after the other cat. And so
Oh no.
and
Left
was
Behind.
Left Behind. Thank you. It was the worst thing. It was so, I mean, we sat there. The first half was so slow. And so, yeah, we're doing really bad movie reviews where basically the audience gets to watch us torture ourselves by watching a really bad movie and then driving our whole commute into work just to review it for them on a Sunday because we need that extra bag, get that extra money
there you
in.
go.
I highly recommend that you and Brett start using Criticals over Rotten Tomatoes. I'm just throwing that out there. And Criticals
No, I'm
is
sure for
amazing.
actual like movie reviews we will, but if it's for the really bad ones, we found this like list of like the worst rated movies of all time on Rotten Tomatoes, and we were because I do have critic lists, but we're like, yeah, we should do that, and it's actually been really funny. It's been hilarious.
Did you watch
and-
Manos yet?
Not yet.
Oh, really?
We interviewed Jackie Neiman Jones back
The
early
daughter in
on.
Manos.
Yeah, the daughter in Manos. And I'm friends with her on Facebook now, and she says the craziest shit politically. But she was a super nice woman. And Dave, you got the Frank Zappa,
Yes, I do. It's
the poster. She does put like artwork based off of that, and it was Frank
Mhm.
Zappa in like the Manos outfit. It was fantastic. So Adam Pizza saying, quote, bro, K-pop Demon Hunter sounds gay, quote, and then he'll likes it after watching it, Brett. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, it's what he likes certain shows that you're like, really? Like he loves Pretty Little Liars. Oh, there he is.
Pretty Little Liars
loves
is
Pretty
so
Little Liars.
awful. It is a worse version of Gilmore Girls.
He loves
And
it.
I'm
He likes
convinced
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls isn't bad. And no, not Gilmore Girls. What's the other one where Blake Lively's in it?
Oh,
And-
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, that's it. Pretty Little Liars. Here's the thing with all of it used to be ABC Family and Freeform. I am
Yeah.
fully convinced that they walk on the street and they go up to people and say, "Can you act?" And if that person says no, they say you're hired. Because none of those motherfuckers can act. They are worse than soap operas. But Burned Oil's here saying Christopher Nolan is more than due for a screw up. He's done so well for so long. Yes, but you have your Christopher Nolan fans who are like your Snyder bros. They're just as bad as each other, who will say that anything they do is amazing. So he has a really good buffer in there. Anything he's doing, he has millions of people that are going to say it's great either way. Nachi saying Odyssey stuff has been phenomenal, specifically for the Ellen Page AI videos of her in other movies. Yes, it has been amazing. And it's like, if you're Ellen Page and you're seeing all this, like, do you just want to transition back and just be like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry"? Like,
I think it's like too far now. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like you're screwed either way. You do it, you lose the fan base you've now cultivated from being trans. And if you go back, people aren't going to be that supportive because they're going to be like, "You're a nut job," so you're screwed.
I don't know. Whatchamacall keeps on getting forgiven. Demi Lovato. She like is officially back to not being gay. She's like straight and married.
Yeah, but
and
Demi
having a kid or
didn't
something.
really do that much. She just said things.
But here's the thing also.
Like, she didn't actually go and get an operation done.
Here's the thing also with Ellen Page. What are you afraid of losing? There's actually like 23 trans people in this country. Like, there's not a real big base for it, okay?
Not
like,
actual trans people, no.
It is the loud minority. There are a bunch of anogynophilias and whatever the fuck it is. Like, they're not actually trans, okay? So it's like, you wouldn't be losing a big percentage. You're still like maybe 6%, 5% of the population. So it's like, you're worried about losing generally no one. They're just really loud. Brian Darrell saying hilarious how they have that Lincoln song as the punchline part. Brando said it made me wish that Elliot Page would play the main character in the Odyssey, making her be fucking Odysseus.
Odysseus, Zeus, any of them.
Oh my god, that would be actually amazing. Nate saying for real, people are so creative. Yes. Adam Pizza saying I disagree. I'm assuming you meant to say Helen of Troy should be white. Helen of Troy.
No, I'm saying she should. I'm just saying that if anyone can pull it back, it's Christopher Nolan.
Nate saying Travis Scott is in it. He'll make it as good as the Elimination Chamber he was on. Yeah. He's apparently going to be the narrator because bards and rappers are the same thing. Didn't everybody know that?
Yeah, that was an interesting thing Nolan said about the epic poem being analogous to rap nowadays. But
here's the thing: strings didn't exist, so they can't use an actual orchestra, Dave.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's very weird the way he's going about this. I'm not sure.
It is very weird. Nate's saying, personally, I think RuPaul should have been Helen of Troy. That's amazing. Adam Pizza, I can give you 2 good reasons. Sydney Sweeney is the best actress. And
You're
she's
awful,
willing to,
Adam.
She's willing to show you those 2 good reasons as well. She's done it many a times. Burned Oils, yes, hot and well behaved for Sydney. We're getting a lot of Sydney over here.
Yeah, they love Sydney.
Oils, have you watched a lot to learn from Sydney in that
Olivia, have you watched any of Euphoria?
I have not, thank you.
I was going to say, because I see clips and I see people talking about it on Twitter. I'm like, why do people watch this?
I've never watched it. I've seen clips and that's it.
So David, Julie, my wife Julie, does not watch Euphoria. She's never watched it. We've never watched it. We never been interested in watching an over-sexualized, over-drugged high school drama, okay? She knows everything that's going on in this season because her phone on Instagram really believes she loves Euphoria. So there are so many reels. She's like, I can tell you everything that happens in every single episode. She's like, I don't watch the fucking thing. She goes, but I know everything that's gone on. It is so apparently they just target women to watch that completely. Nate's saying, have you reviewed National Lampoon's One Too Many yet? National Lampoon's has had a few really bad ones. Balls is really bad. I used to own that movie. It was not good. Burned Oils, usually the worst rated movies on Tomatoes are the best. There are some really good ones.
They're funny.
You guys have to watch The Room. The Room is a must watch.
I love The Room. I love it. I'm going to make him watch it again. I love The Room so much.
It's so bad.
We work with a guy named Mark, and we always, whenever he comes in, we go, "Oh, hi, Mark." Every time he comes in, we go, "Oh, hi, Mark," and he's like, "Stop,
stop it."
The Room is so much fun. Well. The thing is, the ridiculous sex scenes go on so long that they're laughable, but it's also just like, I don't want to
So
watch this anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
why did you do this for so long?
Honestly, The Room is like if two trains hit each other and then two more hit it again and then two more hit it again. And it just keeps happening. Like that's what The Room is. It's
Did
just
you
so
ever,
bad.
Olivia? Did you ever watch? Was it Disaster Artist, the Franco movie about the
Mm-mm.
room?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
a documentary, right? I've seen
Well,
kind
a
of
documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
documentary.
it's Franco playing as why am I forgetting his name? The guy who made the room.
Oh God.
Oh, Tommy Wiseau.
Yes.
Yes.
But I believe it's James Franco playing Tommy Wiseau, and it's about the creation of the movie. And I watched it when it came out. I enjoyed it. I don't remember if it was actually good, but I remember enjoying the movie.
Could have been probably better than The Room itself. Brenda was saying, Olivia, one of the best low-rated movies I know is Maniac Cop. It really seemed like it would be pretty bad, but it's actually a pretty good story. I mean, some of the movies are just badly made, but the stories are decent. Like they're just ugly
Yeah.
movies, and they don't transition. They just look like shit because they have like zero budget. Brenda was all saying, Olivia, wish everyone was a Greek actor in the
Oh
Odyssey.
God, no, that's because we talked about this on PCC the other day. It was so terrible. These like bunch of Greeks wrote this like open letter about how they should preserve we're not racist, but like can you preserve Greekness? But like we're not racist.
I think there's something to be
Painful.
said by not a single Greek being in that movie, though, right? Like,
I mean, I
you
don't know.
do-
Yeah.
Like here's the thing: if you like, we make fun of The Last Samurai because Tom Cruise was white. Everyone
Yeah.
else in there was Asian, though. Like, so it's like at
Well, yeah, but
least
it's
they
not really
preserve.
like, but he isn't the last samurai in the movie.
No, I get it. I get it.
The whole point of the movie. No, but the thing is about that because not everyone in the movie should be Greek. That's a little like
But there's
that's
not a
little bit too
single
far.
Greek person cast
But
at
the
all.
thing, no, I know. But the thing is, if we're gonna have these, some people play these tribal politics of like, oh well, why aren't you having this type of person in a movie? I'm not surprised that Greeks would go ahead and do it because why the fuck wouldn't they? They see everyone else getting their way doing it, so why wouldn't they?
Honestly, a base response by Christopher Nolan is if he had just like a Mediterranean Italian or someone from like Crete or something there, and is like close enough, bro. It's all in the Mediterranean.
Whatever,
Like, just
fine,
accept
yeah.
it. Like you're close enough. You're the same
Right.
people. Nate's saying that guy goes around the country doing showings of The Room and doing Q&A. That's amazing. If he ever comes
I'll
here, I'm gonna
go.
do it.
I will go.
Yeah.
Adam Pizza saying sex scenes are the most useless part of movies. If they are not included, I will say, not only is the scene in Monsters Ball fantastic because it's fucking Halle Berry, but it actually was a good scene that had a purpose in Monsters Ball. It depends on how it's done. It sometimes it can add to that growing moment between two characters that you knew was coming. So I don't know. And I don't know. I don't mind seeing some hot actresses. It's just part of being a guy. And for girls, they probably don't mind seeing some good looking dudes with their shirts off. Like, it's eye candy for everyone. Brenda saying, yes, Greek people really are getting offended. But
Yeah.
of all this,
It's
at
so
all this the
dumb.
Odyssey situation, it's dumb.
It's
It is.
stupid.
But I mean, it's the Greeks. They haven't been relevant quite literally since the Greek, Greek Empire. So they need something. Okay, they make really good gyros. That's about it. So the last thing I want to jump on here with you is I'll let you have a choice. What
Okay.
what have you paid attention more to, The Boys or 007?
007.
007. Okay. Have you seen anything about the new video game?
So actually, again, it's what you get when you work around a bunch of dudes. I hadn't until they all started talking about it at work yesterday and today. From what I understand, people are kind of excited, but kind of like meh on it. I've heard there's something about like Nvidia having some kind of stake in it that people are kind of upset about. People that are very like anti big tech are not happy about that. I have a coworker who he's talked about it both days I've seen him this week. So, and Brett he likes James Bond, so I get a bit more of that as well. I asked him about the game, and he was like, he's not a super big gamer, at least right now. He plays his N64 remastered or something.
He plays his
That's about
comfort
it.
games, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
And that's when he does. That's like once in a blue moon. But from what I understand, people are not happy about some of the choices as far as the characters, so there's like an Indian character that people are really upset about, swapping that out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then Brett said, to be fair, that's more accurate to the UK now, which was kind
Now
of
it
funny.
is.
So he's like,
It really,
"Well,
I mean, if they were all named Muhammad, like 007's real name should be Muhammad. They should all just be some form of Muhammad, either middle or anything. That would be the most realistic.
yeah.
So the one thing I did see though is, and I think this was Beardo said on G&G, that it plays like Hitman. And if it plays like the
Okay.
Hitman games, then it's going to be really good. If it's a modern version of the way the Hitman games are played, then the gameplay at least is going to be fantastic. Because with all the gadgets and everything, because Hitman's amazing. They're all really good.
I've seen some of the gameplay. I haven't seen a ton of it. I've seen some of the gameplay and some of the combat.
Yeah.
Combat doesn't look great. Like,
it's not great, like the CQC stuff.
I'm playing through Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs has fantastic combat.
Heard very good things about
awesome combat in that game.
Yeah.
This game doesn't look like it can hold a candle to that game.
That's unfortunate.
Exactly. It's like, because especially one clip going around where the guy's fighting, and it just, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it's very fun. Like, it honestly, it looks like games I could have just played 10, 20 years ago. So why exactly would I get this one? I'm not sure. But I don't know. I've seen mixed things. Some people just basically say it's kind of boring and whatever. Some people seem to enjoy it.
Now they've started the search for 007 for a new one. The studios openly said, hey, we want to we are going to start interviewing. And they kind of gave a list of people that they were considering. Who would you like to see as 007, Olivia, if you had anyone to choose from?
Ooh, man, I got to think back. We talked about this on PCC a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to think back as to who we were talking about, who they brought up. Man, I'd have to look at who's in the running still to make a fair assessment on that. I don't want Jacob Elordi. That much I can tell you.
Which
He's
I
way
think
too tall.
He may be getting it though, because he was just killed off Euphoria. Spoiler alerts for anyone that watches. But apparently he was just taken off there. And typically, one of your biggest long-standing characters of your show does not leave unless something bigger is on the horizon.
Yeah, I don't want that. I think he's too tall. I don't think it's believable. Brett has said this. You want to blend in as a spy. You don't want to be the tallest guy in the room and towering over everybody. So for that, purely like for optics, I don't think that would be good because it wouldn't look like.
And neither Henry Cavill did either, because Henry Cavill's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big dude.
Yeah. They talked about Callum Turner. That was somebody that they talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him. He seems fine as long as he kind of, can fit that bill, can make that character his own in a lot of ways. I'm looking now to see. I don't know who some.
Do they need to go young? Like, do you need after Daniel Craig's run of being an older Bond? Do they need to go younger? Can they look at someone like a Tom Hiddleston, who I think would be good? Would have been really good 10 years ago. I like Tom Hiddleston a lot. I think he's, we're so used to seeing him as Loki, but he really does clean up well and could be a really good 007. Idris Elba, again, 10 years ago, I really would have liked Idris. I think he's a really good actor. And I'm a believer person. I know Brits are going to be mad at me for this. 007 is the code. That's why there's so many different 007s. That is what your best spy is named. They are the 007 spy. So can it be a black guy? Yes. Can it be a woman? No. I am against being a female Bond.
Least believable. No, don't make it a woman.
No.
That just ruins the kind of, because he's a ladies' man, right? Like, that's kind of part of his allure. They can't really do that with a woman.
Atomic Blonde. Just continue with Atomic Blonde. Do another Atomic Blonde. That was fantastic. She was like a Bond-esque type of woman, that femme fatale type of thing. And what was it? It was Charlize Theron. Charlize was, was it Uma or was one of them? But it was incredible. Atomic Blonde was really good, and it was that same aesthetic. Just continue Atomic Blonde and just do different women for that. But so here's the thing. Do we think Bond is getting to that point? Like, if this game isn't great, and if they come out and they pick someone, but the movies are basically Daniel Craig level, right? Like, after Casino Royale, it really fell off. Skyfall was good, but everything else was bad. It really wasn't great. If they strike out again with Bond, are we looking at Star Wars? Are we looking at Marvel? Are we looking at the same type of fall off that we have seen from some of these other storied type of franchises?
Not yet. I think it would take a couple iterations of being really crappy because I think a lot of people tried to give Star Wars or Marvel kind of a benefit. Okay, one bad movie doesn't mean a bad franchise.
Yes.
Well, now it's 5 bad movies doesn't mean it's a bad franchise, right? So it would take more than just one take, or and it's not like they're trying to put it into a show and do all this other stuff with it with this new character. They are going to basically make it, okay, here's a new 007, here's the newest iteration, and that I'm all for. I like that.
fine with that. Yep.
I think it would take a couple bad movies. It would have to take a bad run to say that Bond was bad,
Mhm.
but it's so hard because you can take out, put a new one in. And so it's really hard to make it. Whereas, like, you can have different Spider-Mans, we know that, but right now it's Tom Holland. It's going to be Tom Holland for a while, right?
And Tom Holland, I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he's fantastic.
Love Tom. He is incredible, but I'm saying, it's one of those things where if people don't like Tom Holland, he's not going to change up that quick. He's going to be Spider-Man for at least another decade. And so
Yeah.
it's one of those things where they could swap it out with a believable story. Spider-Man not going to be as easy to do, but it's also not as complex. The world isn't as complex as a Star Wars or a Marvel. So I don't think so. I think it could still be bad, get a bad reception, but I don't think it could go the way of a franchise like a Star Wars.
How important is this first movie, though? Because, again, Daniel Craig, there were really big ifs about him. Casino Royale comes out, and we're all like, okay, maybe, right? Everyone's watching that going, this is a Bond movie. We have questions. He does play an older version of Bond, but it was really
important.
good. It
It's very
really
important.
good.
I think, yes, the acting is important, but I think sticking to the writing style and sticking to the same energy that people expect from a 007 movie, that's going to be the most important thing, is to keep up that pace. You can stick 10 different actors in there that would probably be good at it. It's going to be about finding the right one that can work at that pace of a Bond movie. So a lot of it falls on the writers because, again, it's not always just superhero fatigue, though I do think there is some of that. You have bad movie or bad writing fatigue, and you don't want to watch poorly written or poorly shot movies. So it really is going to be a matter of all the right things happening at one time.
How mad is everyone going to be when Zendaya is the Bond girl?
There's people that have
They choose
Zendaya
Tom
fatigue.
Holland for Bond, and they make Zendaya the Bond girl. Like, how
People
bad
really
was that
don't
for
like Zendaya, which is very funny. I don't personally think about her one way or the other, but I have a
don't hate
feeling
her.
that would not go over well with people.
Trying to think, like, but there's like a few people that are like the it girls right now that's like, I wouldn't want them there as Bond girls. Like the one that played Wednesday, I wouldn't want her anywhere near it.
Oh yeah, Jenna
Jenna
Ortega.
Ortega. I mean,
Sydney Sweeney has to be the Bond girl.
Margaret Qualley could be a good Bond girl.
Both of them could be good.
I think Qualley could be a good Bond girl because isn't she also British, Margaret Qualley? So she already fits that kind of role, that that bombshell Brit.
The Bond girl just needs to look good. Like, really, that's the number one thing.
I mean, Halle Berry 100% helped Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Second Halle Berry reference of the show. But yeah, so that I think that's another important aspect. They can get Bond right, but if they get the Bond girl wrong, and here's the thing too, if they make her a fucking girl boss, if she doesn't do anything besides be hot and be a damsel that occasionally will do something semi-helpful, right? Like if Bond's fighting a big bad and he's about to fall off a train and she like helps him up once and then he goes and finishes the job, fine, right? That's okay. But if he's about to fall off a train and then she goes hand-to-hand combat and wins, like, God, I would just want to throw them all off the train. Like,
yeah.
Like, so they need to be careful that they don't fall into these type of tropes that we have seen many things go down and fail. But I agree with you that one Bond movie they could survive, but I really hope it's good because I like Bond.
Yeah.
I've liked basically all the Bonds. There's very few bad James Bond things. So we'll get through a few more comments and then we'll get out of here because you've given us almost 2 hours of your time. We appreciate
Of
you. Olivia.
course.
So Burned Oils, Cindy can have as many adult scenes as she wants in my book. We're all saying I wanted to play it, but they are delaying the Switch 2 release of it. So yeah, I'm not surprised. What are they going to do on Switch 2? Like still like it's PlayStation 3 graphics. But Nate's saying the boys fell off a cliff fast. The boys fell off. I stopped watching at the beginning of season 2. It bored the shit out of me. Season 1 was fine. Season 2, bleh. And that's why I stopped. I haven't come back since. Nate also saying crazy fun book though. I haven't read the comics. I want to. I hear they're good. Gary Nerdrotic is in 2 of the pages, so I want to read it just so I can spot him and kind of where's Waldo the fuck out of him. I'll just circle him on my pages. Burned Oil saying the Dubai map in Hitman 3 was fantastic and beautiful. Yeah, Hitman's really good. Apparently they want to make a new Hitman. I hope they don't fuck it up. Nate saying, I heard from DSP it's like Siphon Filter too. Fuck you, DSP. I hate that guy. Phil sucks. Nate saying The Rock for 007. I mean, Vin Diesel for 007 at that case. Let's just do it. Adam Pizza saying Sydney Sweeney is 007. She may be the only person that they could pull off female Bond. I'm not going to lie. She might do it. People, the meme would work. Let's see. Burndale saying it's time to be open-minded like that, Adam Pizza. Yes. Adam saying we need a woman to play 007. She would be great.
Stop it. He's just trolling now. Stop it.
Only Sydney. Burned Oil saying, what if she's a lesbian, a butch lesbian played by the Beatles? Here's the thing. We have
Shorty Christie. We don't need that again.
Yeah. We have that, but we have also found that she could be as hot as she wants and she can't save a movie because Madam Web exists. Okay. And you have 3 of the hottest fucking young starlets in Hollywood, and they made sure none of them showed any skin.
So horrible. That was like one of the worst movies.
I also heard it was like one of those so bad it's kind of funny category movies.
It was funny because it was so bad, but it still sucked.
Yeah.
Brenda saying just cut her hair a little shorter. You just give her, listen, it doesn't, any girl could look ugly with the wrong cut. Okay. The hottest girls could look ugly with the wrong cut. So
that's true.
Don't do that to Sid. Adam Pizza saying, you bigots. Yes. Yes,
Indeed.
we are.
Yes.
Don't compliment me. Adam.
Absolutely. Yes.
Burnell saying the title will be 007 War on the Patriarchy. Burnell saying Casino Royale was really great, and so was Daniel Craig in it. Yes. Adam Pizza saying Zendaya was just written bad, in my opinion. Zendaya has one face. Her and Eli Manning share a single face. Okay.
So Zendaya, from what I can tell, she's very, very liked as a supermodel. And the thing I think is what's happening. No, but what I think is what's happening with her is she's getting the rating, the high ratings from the girls and the gays in the institution.
True.
Guys, while they may enjoy her in some aspects, is not like, oh, I need to go see her in this. Maybe she'll show. They're not thinking that. It's the girls and the gays that love her. Like the guy, normal guys. Okay, it's just Zendaya.
I haven't seen Euphoria, but my favorite role I've ever seen Zendaya in was The Greatest Showman. She was really good in The Greatest Showman. Her, Zac Efron, Hugh Jackman, they were really good in that movie. That's a very underrated movie, The Greatest Showman. So that was Zendaya, and that was kind of like her role after she just got out of like the Disney show, because she was in that one Disney movie. Was it Casey Undercover or something like that?
Well, she did that show. She also did Shake It Up with
which Shake It Up was massive. Shake It Up was one of Disney's biggest shows. Apparently they're going to do a Shake It Up reunion at some point, or like something like that. They might reboot it. But she did those, but then she did The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman was really good, and that's honestly my favorite role I've ever seen Zendaya in. I did not like her in Dune. I did not like her in Dune 2. She's going to be the worst part of Dune 3.
Also, because Chani is not Chani.
No, it's not the character.
That's part of the issue as well. Like,
they wrote her terribly.
Yeah.
So that's and here's the thing, I understand kind of what they were going for with the kind of conscious and someone talk, because it's hard to bring in what you're reading in the books.
It is difficult, but
it just wasn't the right role to do it with. Like they ruined a character that had a purpose in the books to give her another purpose, and now you take out the purpose of her from the books, and it really hurts the messaging. Like, even though the Dunes are still good, I'm not as high on Dune 1 and Dune 2 as everybody else. I think they're good. I thought at points they were really fucking boring. And I'm a Dune fan. I read the book. Dude,
so boring.
So boring. The first one, the second one was better than the first. Second one wasn't as one.
I never watched the first one. I watched the second one. And honestly, watching the second one made me like Chalamet as an actor. To be quite honest with you,
he's a Knicks fan, so I'll knock him for that.
Well, actually, I like him more mainly because he decided to not go to the Met Gala and instead go to the playoff game.
Like that.
I'm like, okay, he's a
Beyonce over there. I'm going to go to the game. My boys are playing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That is a G move. I will give him that. And that's one thing I will say too. We knock Hollywood right now because there isn't very manly guys, right? There's Rickman, who beat the fuck out of a loser UK guy on video, as he should have. Henry Cavill, for like the youngish guys. Henry Cavill's not young. Rickman's not young, right? the young guys are your Tom Hollands and your Timothy Chalamets, and they're not masculine up front and looking, but then you hear them speak and you kind of see their actions outside of movies. I said
Yeah.
it before, seeing the way Tom Holland is so fucking protective of Zendaya and is
Yo.
willing to row people out of her way is just showing that
It's awesome.
masculine leading role. And another one, Milo Manheim, who is going to play Flynn Rider in the new Tangled. Again, I've watched Zombies, the movies, way more fucking times than I should because my daughters love them. If you are looking for a movie, if you have a boy, a young boy, and you're looking through Disney and you're like, fuck all these movies, let him watch Zombies because he plays the lead character, Zed, and he's fantastic. It is a movie. I don't think Disney decided to write it this way, but Zed is a awesome masculine character. He is driven. He has a goal. He gets the girl. He's protective. He doesn't, if he fucks up, he makes up for it. He puts things on his back. Like, he is a great character and he's going to be awesome as Flynn Rider. So there's a few guys. I feel like if Milo is good as Flynn, he can break out and be like an action star that's like funny, like a Chris Pratt level guy, because he's good. So I'm high on Milo Manheim, and I think Tangled's going to be good because of him. I don't know much about the chick, but she looks good as Rapunzel. They got a blonde-haired white girl to play a role for a blonde-haired white girl. What a surprise.
Yes, very proud of that.
So that's my diatribe. Adam Pizza saying Halle Berry overrated in my opinion. You're allowed to be wrong. There are such things as wrong opinions, Adam. And Nate's saying, don't forget, I don't say that word. It's Ellen. Her name is Ellen. I am not going to play illusions of grandeur. I don't care if she cut her boobs off and is happy to show her scar. Like, I don't care. But outside of that, Olivia, you're awesome. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Yes, always fun. So everybody should go over to Pop Culture Crisis because you will get to see Olivia on there. If you are not a part of the Timcast Discord yet, what are you doing? You want to interact with Olivia on the daily? Go hang out in that Discord.
And my friends. And Quiet Part Pod's on there too. He's one of our senior moderators.
Shane H. Wilder is going to be there again next week when he comes back from his God mission. So you'll get to talk with Shane. And here's the thing, and I think it's also cool because a person like Shane, who sends a ton of super chats over to PCC and over to Timcast, they become their little versions of celebrities, right? Because their names are constantly being said on all of these streams at thousands of people. So it's like you get to go and interact with Shane. And you've heard his name millions of times. So go join there. Go join Pop Culture Crisis and make sure you interact with them. Mary's awesome. Brett's fucking great. They have a good group, really good thing going on there. How many followers you guys at now? You guys have a ton. Look, you guys.
450.
Let's get to 500K, baby. Let's get them to 500K. They deserve it. It's awesome there. And outside of that, Olivia, you are just Olivia Dasovic over on X. So anybody wants to go, it is very simple. How you spell it, you can go figure that out. Dasovic. But go follow her on there as well because she also is really good banter. And I like following you on X. I think you're witty and funny over there. Have some good takes. And make sure you follow their cats, okay? You guys need to make an Instagram just for your cats.
We have an Instagram for Mocha. It's at
all
Mocha.
Of them. It should be all of them.
There you go. Mocha the Derp. You can see all of them on there, but it is Mocha's account because she's about to jump up here.
There's Mocha.
With the cult following, with the derpy little tongue. You should right across the thing. Please don't do anything, okay? She just doesn't care. She just has no. Now she's deaf, but she's our girl. So
I have told you, cats are evil. They do whatever the fuck they want.
I would move her if it wasn't going to put her butt on camera. I would have just grabbed her, but that's like even worse. It's like I might as well just wait. I know you're.
Oh, I've had cats with gross butt. Then they get old. They just have gross butt. It's a cat thing.
And she's old. She can't hear herself anymore, and her meow is already a bit messed up to begin with. So it's like she sounds like a goat. She really does sound like a goat. But she's a good girl. So
was she in Sheep Detective? Over there.
I was, you know what? It's funny because I said that I was like, they kind of sound like Mocha.
That's awesome. That is part of the charm, though, especially as the animals get older. Part of their charm is when they, their personality evolves. and
Yep.
everything like that. So Olivia, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you. Everyone that came and hung out. Burned Oils, thanks for coming in. You're awesome. Nate, as always. Adam, as always. Thank you guys for being in here, and Shane for jumping in for the minute. Chris, quiet part over there. Thank you all. Make sure, if you haven't followed yet, do it. X over on X, YouTube, Facebook, Kicker, Rumble. Follow us at Cuestacast _, and we'll be back next week. Dave, I have no idea who we have next week. We have someone, but we'll be back next week. It's Mikey No More next week, so I'm excited for that.
That's a very
Pumped for that. Mikey No More is fantastic. So we will see you all next week. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
But I can't lie, I struggle with faith sometimes, and I ask why. I question his work some nights, I try to look up when I feel stuck. I try to look up, and I put my faith in him. The question of your faith builds perseverance, and perseverance must finish this race. So choose to love it now, be welcome and embrace it. Let him do his work, but you must work. Don't get complacent. Don't let that seed of greed plant its roots in your foundation. The house you build is nice, but underneath it you'll find Satan, and then you'll become a victim. You'll grow cold and start complaining. So choose to see the sun behind the clouds when it is raining. You choose to keep believing. You choose to keep on fighting. You choose when something's wrong, you do your best to make it right, and you choose to never quit. If there's darkness, there's a spot that you could brighten. I take my pain in words and try to offer good advice, and I do not have all the answers, I do not have all the fixtures, but if you keep it pushing, referring back to the scripture, there's a chance it will get better, and we live for that. He made you from his ribs, so know you're built for that. Yeah, we're built for that. But I can't lie, I struggle with faith sometimes, and I ask why. I question his work some nights, I try to look up